So guess who I'm going to see at 10:30?
Heather.
No.
Joni Mitchell.
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Oh, I was right. Okay, all right.
You're right.
I'm going to see Kyla Tilley from
Tyler Killy.
Yeah, we ran into each other yesterday, and I was like, "Are you Kyla from the Vom?" And so I'm
you
going
all
to go
the
see
same
her
height?
showcase. No, she is taller than me, like everyone.
Because Heather sent me a picture of her with Tyla. I call her. Her name's Tyla Kelly to me.
Cool.
And that they're the same height. I don't think they are though. I think Kyla's a little bit shorter. But
Yeah, I pretty much am smaller than everyone. I met someone
We all
who
are
I hadn't
really-
met before here, and he was like, "Oh, you weren't joking. You are tiny."
Yeah.
I didn't believe that I was as small as I keep saying I am.
you lied to us, Alexander.
Apparently.
Is there something you would like to share before you go to bed, buddy?
Yes,
Because you're
yes,
just
there is.
dancing behind us.
We need to move to bed. Okay, yes,
Okay.
yes. Water on
Share your sharing.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Alex Ehrich, and it's lovely to see you all this evening. Now, I have a few jokes. Now, let me tell you something.
He has one joke.
Shh. Please, let me finish. Okay, yes. Now, as I was trying to say, so I wake up in the morning, and normally I'm feeling great. I'm feeling fine. But no, I got 3 hours of sleep. No, not 4, not 5, not even the normal respected 6. No. I only got 3. Only 3 hours. And so I just walked up and I just looked at myself and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I get the work in, I put in the hours, and yet I only get 3 hours of sleep and I work at a dead-end job. So then I decide, you know what? I'm going to do something with my life, and I'm going to go out and buy some camo pants. The problem is I just couldn't see them.
That was a long trip.
That's really good. And I think, Alexander, you would like the works of Scott Ackerman.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Wait, I'm not done. I have one more.
Nope, you had one. You ran your teeth out there. No, one and done.
This is how I am with stand-ups at my open mics.
Say goodnight.
All right.
Say goodnight.
Good night, Alexander.
Good night. Good luck with getting
maybe
4
we'll see
hours
you on the
of sleep.
Vom.
Bye. You most likely will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, buddy.
Working on your
Love you.
tight 5. Good night.
Bye. That's our Alexander.
Oh man.
Hi again. So how's the nerf to ing?
It's going good.
Have
Had
you
a little
slept
bit of
at all?
yes, actually, because I have had a cold and like my voice has been messed up.
Oh.
So I've been actually taking like a lot of naps, and so like usually 2 naps a day, which is
Keeps the
great.
doctor away.
That's
That's
right.
my name.
And
Doctors
So
are
I've
afraid of
had-
naps.
exactly. I've had 5 showcases so far, and I have one more tonight.
Did you go to all of them?
Yeah, no, I performed in all of them.
Oh, great.
Last night it was a bit tough. My voice was just not having it, but I did it anyways, and it went fine. And
I looked
I'm
at the
hoping
schedule on the
tonight will be
website.
better.
I got tired just looking at the schedule.
Yeah, it starts
it's
at
so much.
10:30.
It's crazy.
That's insane. What
Did
time?
you make
What?
it to morning? Did you make it to morning yoga though? That's what
Right.
I need to know.
Right.
Well,
What-
I was actually working, teaching people exercise on Zoom because I'm also psychotic and I still work when I'm on trips like
Yeah.
this.
Now,
Yeah,
what's
I don't think it's psychosis. I think it is a late stage capitalism where we all have to have multiple jobs in order to.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
do
not
anything.
the best, but it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you know the shame of the very nice blouse is Joylene doesn't get to see the guns the way we do. Whenever we've done this in the past, you're a 4-timer now. We've done this in the past. At
I
some
know.
point, she's like, and by the way,
So
they make that sound too.
what time do you have to like descend upon the
At 12:30 in the morning.
Great. That's
Yeah.
good. That's great.
And
It's going to be like, it's when I usually prefer to sing.
Yeah.
12:30 in the morning.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's great.
found out why the showcases start at like 10:30 at night?
I think someone just said because there's so much going on, and there is
Yeah.
like
Isn't there
from
daytime
early
stuff, too?
evening. There's some daytime workshops, but like not enough to warrant needing to stay up all hours of the night. Like I feel like if they truncated some of the daytime workshops, or like were more efficient with some of the transitional time, they could totally not have people up till
By the way,
2.
I'm sorry,
Like I had a
that's
showcase
funny.
at 2 a.m. on Thursday to Friday. It's crazy.
Just
Bananas.
question in the back. Question.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, you.
Yeah, me. Just for anybody who doesn't know, truncated means they take an elephant and they put him in a box. Truncated.
Yes, that is exactly
So-
what it means.
You gotta go with Alexander. I'm sorry. Like that.
All bad jokes must leave the room.
That was awful.
Banned from his own live stream.
So Joylene, finally.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Dune, right?
Yes. Have you watched?
I haven't seen the show yet.
Okay.
I have obviously seen both of the new movies. Rebecca, have you seen either of the Dunes?
I feel like I saw one of them. I haven't seen the most recent one.
Okay.
I was thinking I should watch it.
You
Yeah.
like the universe?
I
Did
remember
you like it?
liking the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a newbie. I never saw the Lynch stuff. I've never read the books. I most of my exposure to we have second unit Chris Ehrich.
Hello. Hello. I fucked off out into the woods. What?
Oh
No.
man. Okay, I guess we have to.
Did you know I'm in the show?
We have to stop talking about Dune now.
Eh,
Chris
what
is
was your
here.
answer about Dune, though?
We hadn't got to it because your second unit nonsense.
So what's your answer?
Oh my God. Anyway, I like it.
Cool. Bye.
Bye everybody. Fold up your chairs.
All right, you guys.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting until a few episodes in to watch the prophecy show because
To watch the Dunesies? Is that
yeah.
what you're talking about, the Dunesies?
it's a slow burn. I know. And
But that's
and
everything Dune is a slow burn.
yeah.
She asked me what you thought of Dune, and I'm like, we have never talked about it.
We've talked about it a bit, but not like really in depth. I was just like, I like the new movies. They're good. It's crazy how he's gonna become a terrorist god emperor. That'll be interesting to watch.
It's no, there are no good guys in Dune.
No, and I like that.
That's just what it is. There are
Yeah.
no heroes. It's like real life. There are no good guys. Everybody is really screwed up.
We're fine. We're gonna do fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
We're good. We're good. Everybody's good. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like I love Dune,
But
but that's like way back.
I'm sorry, but before we continue with Dune,
Of course.
this is not elephant related.
Sure.
While we have you, Rebecca, I was hoping to hear more about the Nerf to Ing because it seems again exhausting and a lot. So
Are you calling it Nerfta?
yeah, for funnings.
I'll take it.
Because he never says anything at what it is.
Why would I do that? That's no fun.
My
They don't need
my
to know.
dad was apparently called Mr. Blamp by a child, and he told me that today, and I'm like, "That's good. That's a good piece of business. I'm
You
gonna
know,
use that."
By the way, I was listening
fact.
to your music, Mr. Blamp, and it really. Have you considered buying the domain like Blandcamp?
I haven't. And now that you've said it, someone has just bought it right now.
That presupposes
Because we have so many viewers.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
all
You get it.
the nobody.
Yeah, it's the traffic alone. It's just too many people. It's like causing glitchiness.
We broke the internet several times.
It's
Like we
tough.
broke it so hard that sometimes it looked like no one was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, we choked the internet traffic so hard that sometimes no one had access to,
Look,
the stream.
just
Turned away
remember,
at the door.
it's
Yeah.
got enthusiastic consent, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they're recorded. You can go back later. people that can't
Recording
get in.
stopped.
Recording
I'm just-
never started.
I'm just gonna show this.
Oh, is that the?
Oh, you
is that
got
the-
it?
Yeah, I got it today.
Now, before
Oh,
you
it's
like,
so
look at the
nice.
number, it's
It is nice, and it's very light.
Jules kind of is it?
That's awesome.
It's very light, yeah.
Jules is
And it
kind
sounds. Oh yeah, Chris is gonna go on to say that I have an affinity for mediocre white men, which is why we're friends.
Mwah. Kisses. It's funny because it's true.
It's. I mean, I would agree to disagree. I don't think he's mediocre, and I think you're fine.
Sure.
I thought you were gonna say, but we're not friends.
If I were funnier, that's what I would have said.
Oh,
There's still time. Next
Okay,
time. You'll
I'll
get
get
it.
there.
You'll get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll get it.
so anyway, about Nerfda.
Nerfda.
Good old Nerfta.
Blamp Camp Nerfta.
Is it your first Nerfta?
It is, yeah.
Okay. And how are
So-
you finding it so far?
I like it. Yeah, I mean, other than being like having my voice be in a messy place, which is infuriating, other than that, it's been great. Like I've been well received. People have taken my information and been like, it feels like people sort of are getting and enjoying what I'm doing. So that's been fun. And I did a couple workshops. Most of them were sort of, but like one was on alternate tunings, so that was fun. And I wrote a song today based on what I learned. So it's been nice. I caught up with a friend from California who ironically moved here 3 years ago. Haven't
And
seen
you were
him
just
20
in
years.
California.
I was just in California, and I reached out to him to say, "Hey, you want to get together?" And he's like, "No, I live in Maine." And then I came to Maine, so that's been really fun.
I just like
So
to
yeah,
mention.
but yeah, Nerf has been good. It's just really tiring.
About-
Yeah,
Yes, you in the
well,
back.
no, not yet. We'll
Oh,
wait
oh,
for
sorry,
you.
sorry.
How did you get like into this? The not music in
How'd you
general.
get that job? How'd you get that job?
How'd you get that?
I
Oh,
get
they
it?
hired you? How'd you get that? Yeah, but like, how did you? What is like the barrier to entry for a
There's a
Nerf deck?
website, isn't there?
You're
Yeah,
a
you
website.
just
you
like
piece
sign
of
up for
shit.
the conference, but then I had to apply for the showcases. So they sent out a list of all the private showcases, and I sent all my information. And then people just responded and said they'd like to have me.
You have to send like tracks and stuff.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I think I just sent like a basic like here's my website, here's my Spotify and YouTube, so they can see what I do. But yeah, it's been cool. Two of them are piano centric shows, so that was
I
a
like your
fun thing
piano.
to be able to play.
He
Thank
plays
you.
piano and guitar.
I love pianoing too. And then the others I've just done guitar.
Yeah,
Pianoing. Excuse me. I was truncating the word, meaning putting an
Meaning
elephant in
stuffing
a
an
box.
elephant in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what I
Will.
do with the way I speak is putting elephants in boxes.
I should mention that you said California. If Alexander had been here, he would have started singing the song from Fallout.
Oh, I was gonna start singing the song from the OC.
Oh.
Love
I
that.
actually have a song titled California. Sometime I will play it.
Here we come,
Planet reference.
Phantom Planet. California, California.
How did you know my song?
Oh, that's hurtful. I was waiting for you to run out of the room so you could hit the high note and not break.
Here we
I appreciate your yes ending.
Anything for you, my
That might be
sweet.
the first time.
Yeah, and
And the last.
Yeah.
Kill that.
and the
Oh, yeah.
last. Man, if I was funnier, boy, I'd be making those jokes.
what you need is her just like texting
Yeah,
me.
but
It's
here's
like,
what
oh.
you need to say.
Yeah, Cyrano in my ear. Yeah.
Have you watched the weird ass new Cyrano Almost a Musical?
With Tyrion Lannister? Yeah. No, I haven't seen it.
Wait, with whom?
Peter Dinklage?
Oh,
He doesn't Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
There's just something about like
Yeah.
old timey genital mutilation shows.
Well,
that
you
just
know,
don't-
but this is a joke from Community. They get the incest just right.
Just a sprinkle. Just a
Just
sprinkle of
they
incest.
fucking
Some salt.
they thread that needle,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
and I know what you mean. You're
Sex.
sewing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're doing the daytime things, some of the daytime things there, along with the nighttime things.
Yeah, I did a few of the daytime things, and pretty much my schedule has been I get up and I see clients on Zoom, and I take a little walk, and then I go do the daytime stuff there, and then I come back here and nap. Like today, I napped for 2 hours solid, and then I got up.
Wait,
and
go back. Don't run past the nap. Okay, how was the nap?
It was actually really good. Usually, I don't completely fall asleep during naps, but I was out. I was so tired for many reasons. So I slept from like 3 to 5, and then I got up and had dinner, and then I came back here and practiced and wrote a song or finished writing a song, and then I waited for y'all to come on the live stream. And then I'll
Okay,
go
all
there and
right.
see y'all
I
do
waited
that.
for y'all. Like, come
It
on.
was in
Yeah.
a different tuning.
I was waiting.
The technical term is different. It was in a different tuning. And
It
this-
is.
You're
It's an
different
open
too.
D.
Ah.
It's very pretty.
Opened.
Opened.
you-
It's very
If,
opened.
if you are not of a mind or a voice to play it for us, we understand. But if you were, it'd be great to hear it.
You know, I would love to, except I'm genuinely scared that my voice won't make
I
it
would-
for
Yeah,
I would
I
accept
feel
the
kind of
apology. I
I
get
feel
it.
kind of bad that we're making you talk at all. This should be Joylene, the
he knows
last
ASL.
three
He does.
times that Rebecca's been on, we've barely let her get
This
a
is
word
the
in
most she's talked so far.
edgewise.
This,
Yeah,
So
and this
Ironically, right? When I'm like trying to preserve and protect,
right
pretty much
exactly.
like the worst thing for me is laughing. So I'm gonna try to like pretend I don't.
Well,
find
you're in
Don't
the
worry,
right-
we won't be funny.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
no
it's
reason to
pretty
start
easy
now.
usually to not laugh, but
It'll
like
be
in
fine.
case a fake laugh of encouragement slips out,
Or
I'm trying to like
confusion.
keep it
Confusion.
at.
So I
Blamp
kinda-
camp.
Blamp camp. That's
I
me.
think just like the Raven. Laugh is all you need to do when you're done.
If you've seen Teen Titans Go, she's way too good at the Raven character.
I wonder if it's the same voice as
It's
the
the
one
exact
in,
same voice as Teen Titans. It's
in
the
Teen
same
Titans. So it's like
voice
Grey
cast.
Delisle or
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's
yeah.
weird is they did a movie where it's Teen Titans and
Go to the
Teen
movies.
Titans Go. No. That one's very good. The
Oh.
Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go movie is not good because it's the same voice cast talking to themselves.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
good.
that's weird. They're just drawn differently.
And it's not a good movie. But Teen
Uh.
Titans Go to the movies, so I was very entertained.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
There's too much stuff to watch.
I'm more of a Young Justice gal myself.
That was good.
I've heard
Yeah.
that about it.
I like
It's good. The first two seasons are terrific, and then it
Oh,
kind of it went off the air for like 7 years, and then it got picked up on
Becca, you getting
Max. Oh no, she's following with. We've already talked about this, like
Yeah.
so
I
many
am-
times.
Ad
Yeah.
nauseum, people.
Don't,
We've still got her.
do not defile
We
the
still
Max.
have her videotape somewhere of the Max, the
The old
cartoon.
MTV
What?
one. You're all too young. That's what it is. You don't remember. Or don't
I
know.
just wasn't. I don't know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen
yeah?
Citizen
And
Kane. I wasn't alive when that came out.
if you know the Max
Yeah, but
so
they
well,
probably made you if you went to college and you went
No. I did write a paper on it, but it wasn't because they made
you weren't
me
even in a
watch it.
class. You were just being cool writing
Yeah,
papers.
yeah.
I should do. I should
And you know
totally
what?
write a
You know
paper
so
on
much.
Citizen
You know
Kane.
so much. Oh yeah. You know the Max so well. Name 3 of their albums. No. Do you know
You
who
gotta
wrote
go.
did that? No, the comic book. I don't know why I know this. All right, because I read it.
The graphic novel.
No, the original. It was a series. By
Don't do that. hate that
I
game.
know, but you love that so much.
Grant Morrison,
I hate that game.
Crap.
Oh.
Alan Moore, Frank Miller, Mark Wade,
Sam Keith.
Keith David,
Nope.
Sam Neill, Jurassic Park.
Funny. Yeah. Samuel decided to start writing graphic novels.
Yeah.
I got to go take care of the
You gotta
kid.
go
I'll be
anyway.
right back.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually,
We have a low sugar warning.
Well, Rebecca, do you have any questions for Joylene?
You've never met me, so
I know I have. I mean,
He loves me, that's why.
Okay.
let's see. What questions do I have? How did you and Chris meet?
he joined my band.
Oh,
So
well, that's
what all of
efficient.
you folks don't actually see me, but I started as a musician a gazillion years ago. That's what I did. Yeah, I was fronting rock band since I was about 19 years old, and we needed a guitar player. And back in the day, for like online, like local classified ads, he answered the ad, and he was one of the few people that did not call me and assume I was looking for a third, ask me all kinds of fun, really not fun questions. Just
Oh no, God.
Booker or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Yeah.
Early was this like this was an internet ad? Thing?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it was like internet classifieds, like musician specific
Yeah.
online classifieds. Still, I got those calls.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I'm sure.
'Cause
Because
men.
people are just trolling for it. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is like 1998, so
Oof, early internet, man.
early internet.
Yeah.
So like the true beauty of the internet troll had not blossomed yet. It was
No. Yeah.
sketchy people going, so you want to hook up? No.
No. Still
yeah,
a no.
still a no. Like not even like pictures. It was just like a print ad. And they're like, I'm totally going to contact you for sex, even though I have no idea who you are, what you look like. Because maybe it'll work.
Oh man. I mean, it's the
scary.
it's the shotgun method, you know? You spray it all over and you'll hit something maybe.
You know what? I hate to say it, and Jules, I apologize in advance. It's just guys.
No, it is.
This
It's
is a
men.
very guy thing. Like no woman, I think, has ever gone, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to contact a total stranger on the internet, sight unseen, and just hit him up for sex.
It does happen, but like for men, it is an MO. Like it is a thing that
we're
just
more afraid of ending up, in a dumpster.
you're afraid of ending up in the box with the elephant.
That,
Right.
but not complete.
Right.
So one, like,
Right.
this arm is in one box, my head is in a different, like that. That's what we're more afraid
And
of.
Roland's in this box.
And hey,
Hi,
Roland.
Roland.
Welcome
Hey,
to
y'all.
like 7 has turned. Become
What's in the box?
it's a head. No, I was talking about how
My head went- my-
Chris.
I
Anyway,
went to boxing Helena. That was my thought.
All right, so we're all in different places. It's great. How you doing, man? I'm glad Chris reached out and
Yeah.
we could make something happen. I know I
Yeah.
threatened you with this on Monday, but I didn't know how likely it was that you'd pop by.
Well, it's always a matter of like how tired am I by this time
Yeah,
of night.
yeah. And we started a little early because Rebecca has to skedaddle in
Oh.
about 20 or 30 minutes because she's up at NERFA in Maine
Oh, okay. I
With-
thought you
with-
looked like you were maybe
with
out
your
and about.
bandmate.
Yeah, this is how I dress at this hour at all times. Haven't you noticed on the VOM how fancy I am?
Yeah, and she just stays in hotel rooms on the weekends. You just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my raucous party life that I live. That's me, all right.
Right on. How's it going? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's going really well. I was telling them I've had a little trouble with my voice because I was
Oh,
just in
no.
California before this, and I got a little bit of something. So it's been very frustrating.
Sorry.
But other than that, it's been great. I've played 5 showcases, and I have one more tonight. So I'm just
Awesome,
like trying to survive for one more. But it's been really fun,
Yeah.
networking and getting people to hear my stuff. So
Right on.
I'll
We'll
definitely
break all
come
the
back.
legs.
Thank you.
Yeah, break everybody's kneecaps. Rowan, have you been to NERFA before, or NERFTA, as Chris
I
has
have
been calling it?
not been to NERFA. I have been to Folk Alliance, the national one, but it's one of those things I've been wanting to do for a long time. So
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool group of people. It's definitely, I've been to a couple other like songwritery conferences for various purposes, and I like this one the best so far.
right on. Dig it.
Well,
Yeah.
Rowan, before you so rudely were brought in graciously by our host emeritus, me, Joylene was talking about the early days of the internet and how men are just generally gross and will use any avenue of communication to
Yeah.
try to solicit sex from strangers.
Yeah, I was actually I was lurking backstage and I was hearing most
There
of
it
the
is.
conversation.
Classic
So-
man stuff.
I was waiting
You're
for her
such
to
a
get
man.
to her head in a box, and I'm like, that was it. Like that was my cue. I knew this was my time. No, like that, but that's actually what happened. So all these rando
Oh man.
sketchy people answered that ad, including Chris, but he did not do the other things. He actually wanted.
Speaking of sketchy
Wait, stop
randos,
telling that story. Stop telling.
you're the one who implicated your child in this.
Yeah, don't.
Right.
I just wanted to let you know that it turns out computer's a lie because he's fine. But he did have a joke he wanted to tell.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
pass over, and now I'd like
All
to
right.
pass the mic to Alexander.
This seems like a grift.
Thank you. Hello,
All right.
everybody. You already know me. I'm Alex Ehrich, and it's lovely to see you all.
Hi, Rowan.
Yes. Oh, hello, Mr. Rowan.
Hello.
First, I'd like to tell you all, what do you get when you mix a vampire and a werewolf? Nothing, because vampires and werewolves don't exist. Stupid. What do you think? Okay, but that's not the point. So the point is,
Hugo, are we winning?
okay. So as I was, Dad, what are you doing
Wait,
over there?
what's happening? This is
I
chaos.
don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
You're
This
getting
is your
really
doing.
Weird insight
Oh, it
into
most
my
certainly
life
is.
right now.
He loves me. That's why.
Yeah, this is normal.
Okay.
All of
You
this
said it, Mom.
is totally normal.
What did I miss? What happened? Is it a good show?
You should
I
look at-
don't understand why the kid is still on his own screen.
Should he not be?
Is
Is
he?
there any reason why I can't?
Was there? Is there more joke?
But yes, there's more joke. That's really funny.
Well, then, Chris, stop interrupting.
Sorry,
Go get
sorry,
the- go-
sorry.
I'm sorry about my father here. He means well.
It's okay. It's all right. We understand. We have to deal with him on a regular
Your mother
basis.
apologized for me for 26 years, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Just go.
Oh,
It's so pretty.
thanks, Pops. I needed that. Okay. As I was trying to say, so I wake up one morning and I'm feeling, you know what? I'm gonna watch some Disney Plus. I have nothing better to do. So I brush my teeth, I rush down the stairs, and you know what? I think, you know what? I'm gonna watch some Disney Plus. So I turn on the channel, and all I can see is practically the fall of Rome, but as a channel. And I mean, oh my god, it looks like the fall of Rome, but instead it was a whale. It just exploded. Dad, what are you doing? Dad, I haven't delivered the punchline.
No, you're kidding. No, not the punchline. No. Goodbye.
And that's the last time we ever saw Alexander.
Say head in a box. He's been put in the box with the elephant.
He's in the box of the elephant.
One arm, one over there, head over there. We know how this goes. It's not pretty.
No, this is
I assume that was an Avatar 2 bit because that involves whales and
No, it was probably
some sort of
National
colonialism.
Geographic weird thing.
Oh.
Like, you know,
Oh,
all
yeah.
documentaries about, you know, people.
That actually sounds more like him
Okay.
than Avatar 2. Yeah.
It is. Like,
Yeah.
he is way more likely to watch, you know, World War II in color. I don't let him watch that, but he wants to really badly.
Wow.
And, yeah, he's kind of obsessed with the fascism. Like, we're okay.
I mean, look, bone up because it's back in style, but you know what was missing from all the footage of World War II? It wasn't in color. That's my only problem.
The only one.
Yeah, let's
think
get
of
George
anything
Lucas
else.
to make the special edition of World War II. Let's get a whole musical number where we zoom in on a CGI person's throat.
Yeah, and every
That's a Turner
every
fan.
explosion will have a Praxis ring around it.
Yeah, which is a thing that I do like that he added before, like he really got his hands dirty with the special edition stuff. There's some little tweaks he made that I agree with. But then when he went back and like put Jabba in the thing and then made like Han step on his tail, that weird like kind of
Yes.
glitchy sort of way, it's a mess. Yeah.
It's just wrong. Like,
It's
this is why we
wrong.
can't have nice things, and apparently, George Lucas isn't allowed to touch anything he creates because
Well, actually, I'm working on my museum now. Actually,
it's about a little boy and he's sad.
yeah, he's
It's,
sad. He's
yeah.
real sad, and Jar Jar Binks is there, and he's really funny, and all the kids are gonna like Jar Jar because he's so funny and relatable. Right, Chris? Speaking of Jar Jar Binks,
Oh no.
You said on a stream?
that's Boss Nass.
Yeah, it is. I made the mistake of trying to include the other child.
Oh no!
That was not.
Did he strike you?
No. If distaste for someone could strike you
Yeah.
down, it's just.
Then, hey, if he hold on, if he struck you down with his distaste, you would only return stronger and more powerful than
More
you could ever
irritating.
imagine. And
Stronger and more irritating.
right, yeah, well, for sure that, but that's a given. We've met.
Yeah. Not in person.
Rebecca, the other child is a disaffected teen.
He is so 14. There's
Yeah, he's 14 as mate. Like he's bloody 14 as mate. If you know what I bloody mean. Bloody oath.
Were you
Bloody
guys
14
talking
is.
Lord of the Rings when I was.
No.
Not yet.
No.
I assume we will
Okay,
because
well, let
they
me know so I can,
they have the animated movie that nobody asked for coming out, which is
Ralph
apparently which apparently looks like the water cooler talk is that it's kind of good.
I'm kind of split on the whole thing because the Rohirrim is something that I would love to see more about, but I don't know how much of it was actually
Rowan
written
just
by
made up
Tolkien.
a word.
He did not make up.
Didn't make up.
Well,
I know, it's
firstly,
like T.S. Eliot, right?
all words are made. No, that was cats, Chris.
That's
that
true.
was cats.
Oh, I own
No, it's
that.
actually T.E. Lawrence, so it's a completely different.
Oh my God. Audience?
No, I'm sorry, that went back to Dune. I
Yeah.
got all confused.
We were
You
talking
are
about Dune,
crazy.
by the way. Have you seen the
Nope.
Prophecy show? Not you. You
Not yet.
fucking
Not yet.
yeah.
It's on the list. For
It's
sure.
yeah. It's well. You also haven't seen the Penguin or the Batman.
No, I have not. So.
Yeah, none of you
You
have.
haven't seen the
I
Batman?
was
No.
Oh,
I
that's
was
one-
less
that might be my
interested in
favorite.
watching that. I have to admit, just because like DC has been such a
I
trash fire.
completely understand, and I didn't watch. I think I watched between Man of Steel and The Flash, like the entire DCEU's Snyderverse nightmare. I probably went to the movies to see a DC movie twice. I saw Shazam in theaters because it looked fun, and I
That was
liked
two different
Chuck.
movies.
And this was before Zachary Levi was a Nazi.
Oh no!
Well, he's a Trump
yeah.
supporter, which is at least at the best a Nazi apologist.
He's a Trump Doodle Day, yeah.
Yeah, he like went to like campaign rallies and shit.
God.
But you know, it's like pre-Nazi Kanye. It's like I listen to that. You know, pre-pedo Michael. Like I listened to his first 3 albums. His like Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Like
I
I don't
just
think.
stick with Jackson 5. That way
I don't. Well, that way, yeah. Then he was the one getting abused at that point.
Exactly.
So it's fine.
May the circle be unbroken. Wait, no.
No.
Get in
Anyway,
the box.
Batman.
Get back in the box.
That's right. Go with the elephant. Go.
Batman is wonderful. We
Yeah, the Batman is very good, and Zoe Kravitz's kicks in that movie are very good. I am a stickler for fight choreography, and I'm a stickler for kicklers. Like, yeah, the fight choreography is quite good. It's you know, it's another dark and gritty Batman thing, but like he's actually a detective in the movie.
He's not an idiot like in The Dark Knight.
He's not a
year one.
It's very yeah. I think it's his second year, so he's like he's a little he's got like the armor, so he can like take
Yeah.
he can take a shotgun blast directly to the chest and
That was
kind
a
of just
little-
like
yeah.
and kind of just be like, huh? Oh, okay. Boom, 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 boom.
But it's actually
It's really good. It's really well done. All the performances are incredible. It's 3 hours, but it doesn't feel like 3 hours.
It doesn't.
Like, and it's I don't
I've
think
liked it
there's
more every time I've watched it.
Yeah. I think it's, and I've said this to you before. It's the best. Rebecca, could you be quiet for a second? I think it's the best
I wasn't gonna say it.
live action on screen representation of the character. I think like on both ends, like you know, and it's like a very brooding Bruce Wayne, but like
And
he's
he's not a person yet.
he's not Batman yet. He's not anything. He's just like a hollow shell. It's great. And Robert Pattinson, or Robert Bat as I like to call him,
I
he's
didn't
really
know
good.
anything about it. You know, just those stupid Twilight movies. It's like he's really
But
good.
like
He actually, yeah, he's a
Very good.
actor's
Yeah.
actor. So
but like I think the sleeper role, which now is not a sleeper role because he's had more on screen time as the character than anyone else in the goddamn movie, is Colin Farrell. I
Have
mean,
you
he's
seen
he's
his
only
last
in
one?
it. He's only in it for like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
but he's fantastic.
Have you seen the rap from the series? Haven't watched the series, but he's got like a bouquet of roses, and he's actually talking in his voice, and it's the first time I actually believed it was him in the makeup. He's like, "Oh, this girl so much," you know. He's like, "Wow." And now I got to get back to me Lucky Charms.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But
Oh, I never miss.
he's
That's Bullseye from Daredevil.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So anyway,
So Rebecca, are you about to leave us? Is
I'm
that
gonna
what's?
still listen, but I have to walk over. I was telling them, Rowan, I'm going to see Kyla from the VOM play her showcase at 10:30.
nice.
I ran into her yesterday and was like, "Are you that person in real life?"
Yeah, she lives kind of close to Maine, I guess.
Yeah, she said it
Yeah.
wasn't too bad to get here. So
Yeah.
She lives in Labrador.
Labrador, yes.
I don't want to blow
Oh,
up his
okay,
spot.
yeah.
You said it on a thing where people actually watch. So
Yes. Where she is an hour and a half ahead of us. It
okay,
doesn't
that-
make sense.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
so
I've lodged a complaint formally, and I sent it up the flagpole, but I don't think it's gotten any traction, and
Wrong flagpole, man.
just bureaucracy. You know what I mean?
Apparently, only written 3 or 4 songs this year, We were messaging a bit. I'm like, what? We had an agreement to. No, we had no agreement. There was nothing said. But
It was in your heart.
No,
You imagined it.
no, she's the one who last year. I'm like, yeah, I'm up to like 30. She's like, yeah, I've written 50 so far. Like she just.
You have competition.
No, there is no competition. She's well and far ahead, and her stuff is amazingly all over the place.
It's so intricately crafted. She knows. She's like got a Pfeiffer level chord vocabulary.
No, she has a Holson level chord vocabulary.
Well, they were roommates, so I just conflate them with being the same person.
That's fair.
They're all the same person.
They all look the same.
It's
They're all
just
on the. They're on the box with the elephant.
They're just all the same person.
Yeah.
too?
Yes. Of course. Yeah.
I kind of thought so. I just wanted to.
I am neither of them. Let's be clear. I'm not either of those. Because if I was, there'd be a lot more interesting chords in my songs. Right? Yeah, and we'd all be very confused.
Well, Rebecca, thank you very much for popping on.
Yes, so thank you for having me.
I hope
Nice
you
to meet
get.
you too.
I hope your voice holds through your set, and I hope after that you go immediately to sleep with like a nice cup of hot tea.
Yeah, I can. There's going to be immediate sleep since I have to start work at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh goodness! What the fuck? Chris, you in the back? Yeah.
I had a Rebecca music question.
Cool.
I would like Joylene to hear some of your stuff. Where would you direct her?
Well, I have stuff on Spotify under Rebecca Berlin, and also YouTube. I think if you look Rebecca Berlin, I think that you can find it pretty easily. But probably Spotify is the easiest with like recent stuff. And then I have an album that I've been threatening to release for like a year now. It's gonna come as soon as I get better and get my vocal booth set up.
No, I think your music's great. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't have to.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness. You're talking yourself right back into that box, Chris. You may never leave.
Been here the whole time. I'm Steven.
All right.
Watch Steven Universe.
All right. Well, great to see everyone, and have a good rest of your night.
Feel better. Have a great thing.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Tartar. Good luck.
Tartar. Thank you.
Oh, she's did a thing where she's turning. Oh, she's gone now. Oh, hi, Rowan.
All right.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good to see
A
you.
little tired, but
You went stripey, which is good. I like the stripe.
just on one side.
Oh,
It's a racing stripe.
it is.
Well, yes, it's actually a video game thing.
Is it a Mass Effect thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
In 7, because I'm a nerd.
Yeah. You're the 7th nerd. Nerd 7. That's what that stands for, right?
Isn't that a strong enough
basically.
stings for a solo record? Rowan's the 7th nerd right in the world. No? Okay.
Yeah, in 7 days, the day after my birthday. So.
Oh.
November
We do.
7th?
Yep. So.
Okay.
We do. Yeah.
Happy birthday!
So, thank you.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's nice. Like like the day after my birthday, I usually get some Mass Effect stuff. So, which is nice. So.
What, like from BioWare?
No, I mean just like announcements and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I really
just for you.
fell in love with that game. So
Did you play all 3?
I did all 4 actually. I
There's
played Mass
4?
Effect. I played Mass Effect Andromeda as well.
Oh, yes. Was
I
that
just like to mention, I turned to her and I said, "Do you know what they're talking about?" She's like, "I do."
I have not played it, but I do know what it is.
I have not played it either. It's so Chris, it's a video game. I know you're shutting
That I
down.
know. That I know.
Your entire nervous system is shutting down right now because I mentioned video games. But it's a video game where like every choice you make affects like the ending. In theory, I hear there were kind of as the games progressed, people got less and less pleased with how because it's supposed to roll over from game to game, the choices you made in the previous games.
Yeah.
And less so. I believe that was the case.
But the problem with that is that ultimately, that was always going to happen.
Of
Like,
course,
people don't understand how this stuff is made.
it's
like,
so hard to do that in a single game that isn't connected over a
Is that a
series.
song prompt? Are you grabbing a song prompt?
Yes, and
Crossover. Did you show Rowan your new guitar yet?
Oh, you got it.
oh, thanks, Chris. You're just blowing my load for me.
Ha.
Nothing
I'll
more
show it when I'm good and goddamn ready. But you can see it right there.
Well, you guys know each other IRL, so I thought
That's
you
true.
might.
And he's gonna see it in like 2 weeks.
Don't you
Yes.
fletch together?
What does that mean? Oh, no. He fletches. I just buy my arrows.
I know
'cause
how to fletch arrows.
they fucking. Why am I here?
I don't know.
I do. Like,
I don't know. You should go to bed too.
He should leave. Like,
I was gonna mix a cocktail, so maybe
my stepdad was into archery, and he taught me how
not
to.
just archery. Tell him the other part.
He was a Scadian. He was a SCA guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
SCA.
And,
Yep.
and so I went along with it. It was fun. Like, it's like nerd camp, but I loved it.
Oh yeah.
So so he taught me how to fletch arrows. So I know how to fletch. I think they were just like preparing me for like the apocalypse. They taught me.
They had no idea how right they were.
arrows, how to use guns. Like, it's insane the things between my step grandfather and my stepdad. The shit they taught me to do. I'm like,
And a curse in
okay.
Chinese, right?
And swearing about 7 languages. Yeah.
Hey, all right. That's great.
Like
Mandarin or
use the
Cantonese?
car, I can
Mandarin or
fix-
Cantonese?
Cantonese.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
I know 2 curses in Cantonese.
Oh, let's see if you know the same ones.
Yomo gao chua, mo feng pia.
What's that one?
That was a really good accent too.
It was a
It
good
means,
accent.
what the hell's your problem? Quit farting around.
Okay, now give him one. Do you remember it?
There are things I should not say, even
No.
though there's not
Is this like the low farm thing you taught me?
I should
Yeah.
not have taught you that. Yes, that's not okay. Like, they're really offensive, horrible swears, things and insults to say to people. Not farting around. Like, they're deeply offensive.
Yeah. I have
wouldn't
one
use it for that.
pretty offensive one. It's the only other one I have, and it's Dule lo mao, which is your penis is like a turtle egg, and the redder you make your thumb, the more of an insult it is.
I love so much about that.
That's amazing.
I had a friend who used to he played trumpet in the Hong Kong Symphony Orchestra, and he picked up street Cantonese while he was there. So
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
nice.
like,
You've hit me with stuff over the years.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm out of practice. Probably I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
Maybe that it's not like right at the ready on the hip there.
Yeah. So like, there's just like,
I'm sorry. What was that one?
it'll just come out. It honestly, more of it is just like I'm doing something and I'll fuck. I'm like, okay, yeah, and I just, jeez.
Well, Jimmy and his mom, I met her a few times,
Yeah.
but Jimmy was basically her dad.
Yeah. So my stepdad's Chinese, which is why I learned to swear in Cantonese.
There we go.
Yeah. So
It's all making sense.
yeah.
Jimmy got you into classic rock and
Jimmy got you into classic rock, classic rock, classic rock. Sorry,
Yeah,
what's up?
like his Queen was him.
It all comes together.
Flush.
Dum, dum, dum.
oh, I immediately went to a Highlander. Here we are,
Good choice.
born
to-
to be kings.
We're the
Actually,
princes
The
of
Highlander
the
movies are also his fault.
Well,
So-
there's a precipitous fall after that first movie.
And just so you know,
Because
like,
I watched it recently and then tried to watch the second one.
Oh no!
Apparently the fourth one is okay.
no, it's not.
I didn't say
You've
good.
seen it, haven't you?
Seen all of them.
Jules.
How many are there?
Jules.
Yes.
With the Highlander movies, there should have been only one.
I'm an old Spanish man.
Yeah, that's it. I love how Sean Connery was like, "I'm not changing my fucking accent.
Actually, I'm Egyptian.
That's right. I'm British
Yes. Yes, and I have to go pilot my submarine now.
for Queen and country."
Oh, did Lambert almost kill because like
He's completely
partly
blind.
and they had him in all
Yes.
those fights,
Lambert could see nothing.
and like they no contacts, no glasses because he's a Highlander. And like I forgot, like he almost like killed like the stunt coordinator and a few other
Oh
people
my God.
because she's completely
Yeah.
blind.
Like back when
And what was he like swinging a real sword around?
Probably.
Probably.
Even like a fake sword,
One
you
would
can hit the
guess
fake.
back then,
Well,
yeah.
that's true. That's true.
But
yeah.
even like a sword that doesn't have like an
An
edge to
edge,
it can
yeah.
be very dangerous.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
you
like
can break a bone. Yeah, if it's like
not
actual
that.
metal.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could impale somebody. Still,
Yeah.
because it's
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
you go point. It may not be razor sharp.
See,
but
you just gotta
it's-
believe.
Yeah.
In the Errol Flynn Robin Hood movie, they would pay people
By the sea?
like $50 to get shot with real arrows.
Oh my
in the
God.
movie, like
What?
extras. Yeah.
And $50
wow.
in 19.
That is not enough.
Well, it's like $300 now.
Yeah.
That's still not enough.
It's not enough. No.
That's what they used to call. That's what they used to call his house, right? Errol
Syphilis
Flynn,
by the sea.
syphilis by the sea, because he was, yeah,
A coxman, a known coxman, like Henry Kissinger.
and hilariously syphilitic as well.
Oh yeah, like they
Did he lose like a nose? Did his nose fall off?
so I'm slightly obsessed with old Hollywood. Do you know the stories about Errol Flynn?
I know some stories. I'm not like well versed.
He was like the biggest whore there ever
Yes,
was.
I know
The
that.
Chinese coxman.
He
A
just-
coxman.
if she was able to stand up on her own power, it's like let's go.
Oh, wow.
So he did have,
And he
like,
did. To be fair, he looked just like Errol Flynn.
To be fair.
I mean, he was a hottie back in the day, but when he died, like the syphilis was so far gone. Like people took pictures of like at the hospital
no.
of his genitalia. Like
Oh,
yeah,
what?
like it
Huh?
was.
Like,
That's for
Oh,
real.
God.
in Hollywood Babylon.
It is a real thing because it was so like deformed at that point
Well,
from what he had.
That's insane.
oh man.
Yeah,
Thank you,
there's- Yeah, that's my gift to you. If you
Thank
want to, if you want to like roast Molly,
I think maybe you need to get in the box now.
I'm just the unprofessionalism.
mine or his.
Like no, shouldn't there be like some sort of like doctor-patient privilege or something
that's
like?
right.
Did that not exist in the 50s or whatever?
Like-
when did
It
they come
barely
out?
exists now.
This is true.
Is that like in the Hollywood Babylon books?
Kennedy Jr. is
He
gonna
was-
be in
He
there.
was one of those like, he was the worst kept secret. Like a lot of those big,
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, like people knew this stuff was going on. Like people knew,
FDR was in a wheelchair.
they knew, but it was like kept under wraps by the Hollywood system because they had lots of money
Weinstein.
and power. Weinstein. But
I don't think
worse.
they were contemporaries.
Yeah, they were.
Worse, older. So they had even more power, more
Right.
control.
Right.
They
There was less
had-
oversight. Yeah. Yeah.
And so like they
Judy
had all
Garland.
those tabloids. Yeah, like had all those tabloids like on payroll, so they could control the stories, but everybody knew
Right.
Yeah.
Open secrets.
open
Yeah.
secrets. Yeah,
Well,
so
and
you being
everybody
a
likes to
secret wasn't
pretend
always
that
good.
like homosexuals did not exist back then.
Marlon Brando.
Rock Hudson.
Marlon Brando was fucking everybody.
Yeah,
Like
Well,
legit everybody.
Yeah.
yeah.
No one was safe.
But did he say anything? That's
No.
No one was safe.
But it's true. I mean, like,
Didn't he fuck Richard Pryor?
Oh my
I
god.
think you're right.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
that happened.
I think you're right.
There's like a very credible rumor from multiple sources that like
I've heard the same thing you're
Yeah.
talking about.
in the 70s they smushed it. Yeah.
Huh.
Brandon was an
Oh, that's
interesting
such a
fellow.
romantic term for it too.
Well, that's a like I said last week, that's a Jersey Shore reference.
No,
So they had a smush room.
I found out where this is completely unrelated to that, except for where you get weird words. I had a song where I used the term "gormless git," and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? And I've been rereading the John
Jersey
Constantine
Shore.
comics. Yes, exactly, the John Constantine comics, and it's in there.
Oh yeah.
I read it
Constantine.
in the '90s. I hadn't read it in forever. It's like that stayed in my head from 30-some years ago.
And you can't remember my birthday.
You won't tell us your birthday.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Oh, you're one of those
Yes.
that you can't. Like, what are we gonna like steal your soul or something if we know your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rules. Yeah, guy. Yeah. Pimento. I wish he would like a Pokemon just say whatever name of his character
I
that
think
he is.
should every
Yeah.
time. Kind of like
Because
how
he's
Woody Harrelson
he's
did.
always the same guy essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a different level of cognizance, I think.
And that guy is Jason
Yeah.
Schwartzman. The drummer.
You mean the drummer from Phantom Planet?
At the time. Yes.
California. Here we come.
There we went.
There we go. Yeah.
Madness.
It
Hi,
is.
Rowan. How are you?
I'm holding on for dear life.
How's Nerfa?
Are you? Yeah. How's Nerf done?
I hear it's fantastic.
It's way up there, way up north there in Maine, up Maine way.
No, we were talking about that. I've never been to Nerfa itself. I've been to Folk Alliance, but not Nerfa.
Oh yeah, I've just been to the big one. I haven't been to your little regional one.
Oh, it's not like that.
I mean, I didn't
Oh,
get
my goodness.
the impression he was saying that. It's almost
Do you know if do these are they festivals or what
It's
do
more
you
of a
even call it? A
conference.
conference. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Do they move around? Do they like move cities?
They
So
do.
like because Nerfa is the northeast and that's a huge
Yeah.
swath. Yeah.
And like I know Folk Alliance was in Memphis for many years, and then it moved for a little while, and then it came back. So it's all. I think it's just a matter of like what sort of concessions they get from cities and stuff
I was
like
about to
that,
say,
so.
is it like the IOC where they have to like where there's like a bidding war, but then they bribe the committee.
California. Yeah, you referenced
That actually is the Olympics. The next Summer Olympics are going to be in California, and it's going to be
LA.
a nightmare for the city because the last time it happened, homelessness spiked, crime spiked, and then they did the riots in 1992.
Yeah,
They did
and
the
it's-
riots.
it-
They
Hey,
did the
guys!
riots. Hey guys! Hey everybody! Let's go do riots! Completely unprovoked by systemic inequality and police beatings.
My mother owns an orchestra. That's not what we're talking about right now.
and it's already a mess down there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was there 2 years ago.
Oh no!
And I know, right? And to help with some family stuff, and I like there's in like I guess like somewhere like near Carson or somewhere some suburb of LA, there are like 8 square blocks of just a giant homeless encampment with like it's just like it's a city. It's essentially a neighborhood. I mean, it's the size of a neighborhood in any other city besides LA, which is just like this most sprawling, massive mega city one-ass city that exists. And you need a car there, and it's terrible. And it's always on fire.
And the messed
my
up thing
experience.
is like there's like tons of like vacant buildings.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
they can't turn into because of they can't turn them into
They
housing.
could, but in order to facilitate that, the money grubbing capitalists would have to like just do a thing out of the kindness of their heart and like get it zoned for registration.
But it's mildly
But it's my
inconvenient.
money.
But
Money, please.
I don't want to know about your pronouns. I might be mildly inconvenienced. Ah!
And that is American political discourse right now.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Very much.
It's great.
Everything.
And they have
We're fine.
they actually have a metro there. But
It's terrible. Yeah,
I know.
It's
I know.
really bad.
because they've divested it in
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah, they've completely just like no.
They defunded
If you
the
don't have a car, you don't have access to most of the city. And like their public transit system is so limited in its scope. It's like Long Beach to downtown.
It's Roger
And
Rabbit.
and that's
All
it.
And
Roger
it's gonna be
Rabbit.
oh yeah.
Roger Rabbit, where they just tear the heart
the
out
red
of it.
car.
Yeah.
right?
That's actually that was actually all real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's actually a documentary. Who Framed Roger
Yeah,
Rabbit?
totally.
Yeah.
Down to Toontown.
Yeah.
They know where it is. They know.
Yeah, it's in Disney. It's in Disneyland.
Well,
Yeah.
all of that backdrop is what I'm saying is actually
No, it's
you
all
know.
true. That was
Yeah.
crazy to learn because I saw the movie as a kid, like, oh, that's funny, and then later on you find out, no, they fucking did all that, just not with the cartoon characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an incredible movie.
Holds up.
The fact
Watch
that it holds up, like the animation holds up.
Have you watched the
Yeah.
behind the scenes
The
stuff?
practical
No,
effects,
but the fact that Disney
Go now.
and the fact that Disney and Warner Brothers made that deal
Yeah.
to put both of their all of their characters
And
essentially
they had to
in
have
this.
equal screen time, like the Rock.
Yeah, like The Rock and Jason Statham.
And
What
I can
little
only get hit
babies.
this many times.
Yeah, and they have to win the fight. And if they're both in a fight against each other, it has to be a draw. Yeah, or like at the end of
What was
Force
that turtle
Awakens,
thing you were talking
the
about?
ground has to split apart. Yeah, and I'll get you next time. Yeah, just embarrassing.
Next time, Gadget.
How are you?
Next time.
Oh, what's his name? Matthew Broderick or French Stewart, depending on
Which movie?
Which
Would you
movie?
believe?
But it was originally voiced
John
by,
Lithgow.
no, Maxwell Smart.
Oh, my mouth is a circle. I'm John Lithgow. Oh. Oh.
He will always be the angry dad from
Harry and the
Footloose
Hendersons?
to me.
From which?
Footloose.
Oh, that's right.
He'll always be the murderer from season 4 of Dexter for me.
I fucking knew. Not the same person.
The Trinity Killer.
That's where you go for Lithgow? Really?
He's younger.
No, not really.
Yes.
I mean, Third Rock is.
That's what I thought you were going to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
I'm like, that's a little
Yeah,
more informative.
yeah.
You're right.
But which is why when he showed up in Dexter, I'm like, okay, the Third Rock guy, the goofy dad. It's like when
such
Bryan
range.
Cranston showed up in Breaking Bad, and it's just like, oh, so he's doing a serious drama. The dad from Malcolm in the Middle, who just was always running around in his underpants, and then the first episode starts with him in his underpants.
Now,
So it's like,
I actually-
okay, Hal, what are we doing here?
Here's how
And then
real-
it's like one of the most perfect dramas I've ever
I'll
seen.
watch it one of these days.
Yeah.
I thought for a second, I thought you said Lamont Cranston. I'm like, the fucking Shadow is in it?
No, that's Alec Baldwin, and he's canceled because he killed
That
that
is
woman.
not. That he is not the Shadow.
He is. He
No,
was.
Woo! Do you know who voiced the Shadow in the first season of the radio series?
No, who, bud? Who, bud?
Rowan might be passingly interested. Orson Welles was the original.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was-
Yes.
And that's a great series. It really is. He has the who knows what evil lurks in the
Who knows what evil lurks in Orson Welles?
No, it's
The champagne.
Great penis.
I used to get H.G. Wells, Orson Welles, and George Orwell all confused.
That's a really interesting.
But that's recent,
movie.
right? That's like in the last 2-3 years. Like,
Yeah, he was
this
talking
was
to me
like
about
a
this
couple days
yesterday. Yeah, this is yesterday. Yeah.
It was the whole the whole Orwellian thing.
Well,
And it's like-
yeah. I mean, and then the fact that
Or will they?
H.G. Wells did War of the Worlds, and Orson Welles, one of the things he was most known for was that reading, that radio play of War of the
Yeah,
Worlds.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They scared the shit out of people, and they had to.
Yep.
Have you ever heard his insanely patronizing? We hope you enjoyed our little play, our little farce. It's not real, you fucking morons. Like he's all but.
Yeah, he didn't say that. But like they did,
Have,
they
like, the voice, you know, like you're all beneath me.
Yes.
You know. I'm a genius.
I think he did that when he was like 23.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, it was pre-Citizen Kane. So what?
He was in
What?
theater, and then he did radio.
What happened with that was there was a popular radio program where like there was a really popular host, but that host took a night off, and so there was a guest host, and so everybody switched over like a few minutes into that to the War of the Worlds one, and they had said up top that like this is just a radio play and you know this is not real, but like they switch over while it is a radio broadcaster, like you know
Yeah.
given the rundown of what's going
storm.
on.
However,
Yeah.
it turned out his version of that, with the version they play of it, who knows what his awareness was, but him just having to say, "Hey assholes, this isn't real," basically, like just the contempt dripping from you, because he's a 23-year-old hot shit. And he's like, you know, you dumbasses don't know that this isn't real. Okay, sorry. You know, just unconvincing. It's
Yeah, but
great.
this was after the fact, right?
No, this was part of the broadcast.
Oh, well, they said that he said it up top, and then he probably said it at the end. Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to hear it,
It's worth
but
hearing.
they probably taped over it like the Doctor Who tapes.
Well, if I've heard it, then odds are you can hear it. I wasn't alive then.
Yes, you were.
I was?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, guy.
Am I a time lord?
Time's a flat circle, right?
Yeah, guy. We just watched Where You Find Out Who River Song Is. That was
Yeah. After Amy turns into goo.
Yeah, but then we get real Amy back.
But then you got baby goo.
You get baby goo.
That's true. Double goo.
And you find out, we're watching it with Alexander, who's just Rowan. We've been watching New Who with Alexander, and he's just loving it. Like he's horrified, and then he's having a great time. And the two of us are just puddles, just trying not to lose our shit in front of the kids because it's so emotional as an adult to find all this stuff out. And the kid, nice one, and he's just like, this is great.
Meanwhile, like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Because we worry that he's not going to be able to handle stuff, and then you forget kids are way more resilient than adults.
They're bouncy.
Yeah.
Rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him fall down and get up and.
I saw him fall down a flight of stairs and be okay.
Yeah.
I'd be dead.
I'm sore just thinking about it.
It's insane.
Yeah, if I sleep wrong, that's like my week. Yeah. Like
It doesn't get better. It does not get better.
Oh no. I refuse to disclose that
You can run
information.
for president now, right?
I can run for president in March.
So
I'm 34.
You're 34. Okay.
Is it the Ides of March?
No, it's a week.
March.
It's a week after that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's the Blues of March, or is it the Blamp of March?
Blamp, the blamp of camp.
Okay, so we are like triangulating your birthday. You're getting closer.
It's not that hard to figure out, but
It's a week after the Ides.
Yeah, I was going to send when I sent you your birthday present to Rob. I almost sent it to your address, but I don't think we were that good of friends yet. And I'm like, that'd be fucking weird that I figured out where he lives.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? It's me, Swato. I'm still in the box. I'm still on the search for my lost slave. I mean, son, adopted son. Annie. Have you seen little orphan Annie? Annie? Is that you? I gotta go.
Okay, bye, Watto. Say hey to Scooty for me.
Oh, you have a hat.
Oh, Watto does have a hat.
Can I ask for a is it okay to ask for a segment?
Yeah, sure. Is it?
Well, we
is
have a
it,
guest who we don't normally see.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Joylene. So in Attack of the Clones.
No,
well, I'll start with exactly. You're right. I'll start with the Phantom Menace. In the Phantom Menace, there's a character. He's a Toydarian. You may have just met him. His name is Watto. He is a junk dealer. And he has two slaves, Anakin and Shmi Skywalker, that he won in a game of chance cubes from Gardula the Hutt. This is all off the top of the dome. I'm just reciting this from memory.
You've been listening to the George
Lucas Talk Show. Yes. And
one of them at Smodcast.
Yeah. I just watched that one yesterday. It was very good. Yeah, it's great. Kevin Smith is totally on board. Chris Gethard is the other guest.
I have a question for you. When the two of them are on with you, do you get to say anything?
No. It just hangs out.
Very rarely.
Rowan does.
I just wanted to make sure.
So anyway, in the second movie, Watto isn't. He doesn't really feature in it so much. He's kind of like he's kind of a pivotal character. I mean, like you don't get Darth Vader, like without Watto losing his slave in a bet on a pod race.
That's pod racing.
Now this is pod racing when he does a 9/11 on an entire ship. Now it's mostly full of droids, so that's fine, But anyway, in the second movie, Watto doesn't feature as much. In fact, he only shows up in one scene. But the scene, it's a showstopper. You want to know why, Joylene?
You want to know Watto?
Do you Watto know why?
Wow. No, not anymore. I don't. No, okay, go ahead.
It's because Watto's got a hat. He's got his little sequel hat on. He's got a hat. Yeah. So that's the segment you were talking about, right, Chris?
Nope, not the one.
Oh, is it this one?
Nope. But fair.
But true story.
True story.
I used to do farts all over.
And I still do.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. It's about cancel culture and how you can't say anything anymore.
Guess anything about cancer? Or...
So, Joylene, what's your fucking deal?
Yeah, that's it. Joylene Ehrich.
What's your whole deal, man? This
Tell us
you
all
can
to
answer
nobody.
this. You can answer this in any way you see fit.
Any way you see fit.
We've done this to Rowan a couple times, I believe.
I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
We still haven't figured it out.
It's horrible for you.
Well, that's
Like,
been what's your fucking
yeah.
deal with Joylene Ehrich. We appreciate your time and
If I could boot half of your screen, I would.
Well, you kind of can, but not quite.
Not quite. She can kick him out, but
Yeah.
I already
yeah.
did. You can
She
go.
did. She has a couple times actually.
It's all good.
But seriously, and you can answer this question
What is
in
my fucking deal?
yeah, however you see fit. It can be like, oh, I like long walks on the beach and
You don't like long walks.
wrap
It's
to
not
wrap my
people.
victims in plastic and then
More likely.
yeah, wrap a rope around them with a cement block and dump them in the lake.
cement.
I mean, who doesn't?
That's
I
a
mean,
little
really.
mob-ish. Yeah, that's a little rudimentary. The plastic is better; it's easier to clean. It
Bag full of oranges.
Yep.
doesn't really more.
Doesn't bruise.
Which it has to be bullshit.
That has to be bullshit, yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Oh my
Okay, I'll
god.
take it back. My fucking deals. I don't know. I am on the great quest to figure that out. Actually, right now,
That is a very valid answer.
I don't know. I have been out of work and my normal stuff for a year, and I'm kind of going, what the fuck do I do now? Because I cannot go back to what I was doing before because it almost killed me. And that's a bad idea. I kind of
That's
feel like, if something almost killed you, you should not do that again. You should learn. You
Wow.
should, sort of.
That's sage wisdom.
No, it's just like I finally learned my fucking lesson. Like it took that level of what are you doing?
Yeah.
Do
It's
another
it's like a frog in the boiling pot or whatever, like if you turn it up slowly you don't really know until and it's like, "Oh no, I'm a dirty Frenchman's meal now." The dirty French.
Always comes back to the French with you.
Bathe, you French dogs. And some of you, I'm sure, are very nice people.
I'm assuming that I'm a dirty Frenchman's meal is going to be the name of Jules's memoir.
Yeah, my autobiography.
I thought it was his sex tape.
These are all good choices.
That's a much better
I will take them all under advisement.
go for the sex tape. Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, then maybe I'll be successful if I do a sex tape. Like, I worked for Kim Kardashian.
Did it ever?
She's like one of the most famous people in the world. And, the most famous person in that sex tape at the time was Ray J,
That's
who's Brandy's brother.
that's
Oh,
a
wow.
sad thing if you think about it.
No, I think
And
they
I'm
seem like
where is
good
he now?
siblings. I mean, they seem to get along.
Honestly, Brandy is having a resurgence, which I'm very pleased with. Like, I've seen her pop up on like IMDb in like trailers for like horror movies and stuff, and I'm like, is that Brandy? Is that Brandy Norwood?
Interesting.
Ray J's sister? Moesha herself?
Norwood?
Cinderella from the 1998 TV Cinderella movie of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella?
Just rewatched that not too long ago.
Really? How is it?
Well, I mean, you have people who could actually sing in it, so it's kind of nice.
Ooh,
But it's a crappy musical adaptation of a weird, fairy tale. So
Yeah. The weird thing about
Oh yeah, no, hold on. Yes, you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the weird thing about that one, Cinderella, is it's Rodgers and Hammerstein, but it was made for TV. They didn't.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was an ABC movie of the week. Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
with,
remember
Julie
those.
Andrews.
Julie Andrews, Whitney Houston, Jason Alexander, Brandy.
the original one.
The original one.
Julie Andrews is in the.
Is she really?
I think she shows up.
No, I'm talking about the original one.
You're talking about the one from the
when they wrote it,
the
Rodgers and
60s when she was
Hammerstein.
still when she was still singing, I guess.
Yeah, when she still could.
Yeah. Now she just narrates Bridgerton.
Oh, does
Yes.
she really?
Yeah,
She's the voice of Lady Whistledown.
the gossip sheet.
Yes.
She dishes hot goss, even though it's not really her.
Dearest gentle reader. I just rewatched it. It's not a good show, but boy do I love it.
People love the shit out of
Bridgerton
it.
It's so
and
horny.
Emily in Paris are like, I need shit to watch. Like I need.
There's only so
I
many
have-
cooking shows.
No. It's a very specific thing. It's like I want no emotional attachment whatsoever.
Right.
And
But I also want to cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need like a moment here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, deeply entertaining, but they're not good.
No.
And I love them.
See, so I've heard them mentioned in the same breath, maybe in my head, because there's a lot of voices going on in there. But the Catherine the Great show on Hulu with Elle Fanning is a similar thing. It's like a semi-historical accounting of Catherine the Great's reign, but that show is very good. It's also like arch and kind of over the top. It's kind of a straight up comedy. There are dramatic moments and very touching moments in it.
That feels like a trend now of just I mean I love my costume dramas because it's
escapism.
It is escapism, and I love it. Like you run screaming out of the room. I was like, what are they? I'm out. Are they in Victorian costume? I'm out. Like he's gone. I'm like, oh no.
Unless it's Doctor Who.
To be fair, I'm much more irritated by cooking shows and reality shows where it's just a game show where they like interview them longer.
Taskmaster's good.
I like the artistic competition shows.
I know.
They're very up with life. And again, it's not like reality TV where people are like scheming and doing horrible things to each other. I like those because they're all like rooting for each other and
like Bake Off,
and you know, it's like it's very like up with life. Like, oh, let me see your creative process. That's kind of cool. You get like this random monkey wrench thrown at you. What do you do with it? And seeing how people interpret those kinds of things. I like that. I like seeing those things.
Oh, I forgot to show you. Rowan sent me a picture of a pie he was baking.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Rowan, what were you about to say?
I much prefer like the Iron Chef style shows.
Love those.
Where there's almost no drama to them at all. It's just like just about.
Except for how great the voiceovers are.
Yeah.
It's about like how good are you at the thing that you're doing.
Now, are you talking about the original Iron Chef?
No, it was the American one. Like the
original,
not the Japanese one.
Yeah, the original one was so much fun. We watched that back when it first started coming to America, and we're like, "What is this glorious what the fuckery?"
And what are they eating? It's a lot
and
of
the voiceovers are all like, "I can't believe how bad this is."
I loved Alton Brown. Like I loved those kind of shows. Yeah.
Same. Like
I love his earlier stuff, but his later music I didn't really care for. But Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, man, that's really good.
Record, man. Don't sleep on the self-titled Alton Brown. You know,
Blue Jean, baby.
LA Lady.
wow.
There's a dog in my house now.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
That's right.
She's really cool.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a mix, some sort of pit
dog,
something mix.
Dog.
Excited. She's dog flavored. She's a sweetie.
Very, like attention.
Yeah. That. Yeah. And so they're like, it's my sister's dog, and so she was just used to having just the one person to give her attention, and now there are 3 more people here. So she's just like, oh, this is what's up. Yeah. And they give me food. Oh hell yeah, dude. She's afraid to go upstairs though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you have that in common.
Yeah. Me, her, and old Donnie T. Just afraid of stairs and sharks.
Sharks.
I'm afraid of
stairs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get him to go on the stairs.
Yep, he hates them.
He gets really confused by.
But don't you guys have? You said you have like a ranch house, so it's like a.
He'll never go down to the basement.
But he won't do it.
Won't touch it.
The cat will. The cat has found wiffle balls, and occasionally I will see wiffle balls out in the middle, and I will watch the cat go and watch it down the steps. And he had like 2 or 3 of them down there, and then I went and got them and tossed them back up, and I went to do something else, and I heard ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. So now I think we're playing a game.
I think so.
Yeah, he's teaching you how to fetch.
Well, you couldn't do it, so.
I I taught Oral Cat to fetch.
She did. She actually like full on.
That's awesome.
It was a little lion, right?
Yeah, I had like a little stuffed lion with catnip in it, and I taught her to fetch. So like when she wanted to play, she would like jump up like on the back of the couch and drop the lion in my lap. I'm like, okay, take it out.
but then she'd get in ready position.
Yeah, then she'd like run in front of me and like wait for me to throw it. So then I, chuck the little lion, and she'd go scamper after it, bring it back, climb up on the couch, and drop it back in my lap.
I saw it happen.
Yep. So I taught her to play. Yeah. You can teach cats to play fetch.
Turns out.
Okay.
And she loved it. It was her favorite game.
Huh.
I had a friend whose cat would eat popcorn, but only when you threw it. She would like chase it and grab it, and then you eat it. But like he wouldn't just eat popcorn.
Yeah, it's got to be conquest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Conquest of the popcorn.
It was really amusing to watch.
Conquest of the popcorn of the apes. We are apes, so it works.
What a wonderful day for popcorn.
Weird thing.
Maybe ape stronger tomorrow.
I love the new ones, by the way.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna catch those too. So
They're really good. And I think the last one was a bit overlong, but it's the first. They're setting up a trilogy, and I really thought they were gonna just redo the Charlton Heston one, but it seems like they're going in a completely different direction.
It does seem like
that.
Oh yeah, like
that's okay too.
No, it's good. I mean, like the
like
first
the Mark
trilogy.
Wahlberg version.
No, not like that. Which actually ends like the book ends apparently. Like apparently the book ends with him coming back to Earth, and then it turns out the apes did Earth though this time. It's Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I did see a Tim Burton movie recently. Though.
Is that the one? I'm sorry, going back, the original Planet of the Apes. Is that the one where Rod Serling wrote the original script that they didn't quite use? Am I thinking of the right thing?
The Heston Charlton.
Yeah, no. One of those things was written by, kind of like the first Star Trek was written by Harlan Ellison.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the very first one, the one with Pike.
Yeah, the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Which is also a really good Alton Brown song off of the self-titled album. Have you ever lived in a cage? It's actually on there. But where you live to be where planet hang.
Now you got me thinking about who wrote the Planet of the Apes movie.
Yes. I'm going to look it up.
Matt Reeves.
Nope, not that one. No, Batman.
Batman.
This is good radio right here.
So I guess that's your fucking deal, Joylene, that you teach cats to fetch?
Oh God, no! Like what? I hope that's not my deal.
That doesn't have to be your whole deal. Like my deal is that Oh no! Now I don't know what my deal is.
So what is your deal?
Yeah, what's your fucking deal?
Besides not telling people your birthday.
That's my deal.
You don't tell people
See,
your birthday.
that's it.
And he's a big fan of Matt Smith.
I am a fan of Matt Smith. Yeah,
I know.
So that's your doctor?
I don't really have one.
Oh, everybody's got one.
I love all my children. I think my favorite episodes, my favorite.
Oh yeah, Rod Serling wrote the original Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I was done.
Screenplay.
Imagine, if you will, a planet entirely of apes.
He was.
Let's try asshole.
He was. Yeah, exactly. He was so much better than we deserved. Rod Serling. He came back from war, fucking hated war. Everything he wrote was anti-war. Everything. Every single thing he wrote when he was doing Playhouse 90, all of his stuff is about that. And they were giving him a hard time. Like, you can't do these things. You can't just write about these things. He's like, fine. So I have this idea for a show called The Twilight Zone. And like every single episode is about some issue. He's great. As with most people who've seen actual war, fucking hated it.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Tolkien.
That's what I just
Fleming.
said, right?
Orwell. Yeah.
Yeah, they came back and went, no, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I had I know that.
And they turn to science fiction
and
because
do you
that's
know-
why it's the superior genre to
Do you know
everything.
why?
Or
No,
dystopia.
Fiction.
They also wrote dystopia fiction,
That's
which
true.
is basically science fiction, I
It
guess.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Speculative. What could happen? I don't know, some shit.
All right, I'm gonna be the lame guy. I gotta bounce.
What a nerd! Are you
Are you going to be at Bomb on
Are
Monday?
you going to be at the VOM? Do I have
Yes,
to
I
host?
It's
will.
number
I'll be
236,
there.
right? We're going backwards. We're going to wind them back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
I'll
you
be there.
trick me into saying the right numbers. You just say 1 week, you say last week's episode number, and then that's the grift.
There you
All
go.
about the
All right, well,
Yeah,
I will
nice
be
to
there, and
we'll be there.
hopefully I will have figured out how to make my guitar stuff happen.
Did you have guitar issues?
No, it's just a new thing. So,
Oh, the new guitar,
yeah.
which you won't show to Rowan.
I mean, you keep, blowing my load for me. It's just like, consent matters, dude. So,
Enthusiastic.
Hey, Rowan, would you like to see my guitar
Yes,
that I brought up of my own volition?
I would love to.
Oh, okay, cool. So random that I just
You don't
brought
wanna
this
see
up.
It's fine.
No.
Oh, Chris says you don't want to see it, so.
Okay.
Thank you. She
All right,
got
maybe
my-
Monday then.
No?
Oh, I was going to show up, but yeah, all right, fuck it.
Oh, you actually are okay.
I was, it's right here.
Or show me. Show me.
Okay. But they have to leave. Not in front of them.
Oh, look at that.
He's so nice.
It's very nice.
He's so nice. Yeah. So I'm going to mess around. I messed around with it through the amp earlier.
Right on.
And
I
I'm going to
was
see if I
telling
can.
her how good it was and all the good reviews I read about it. I'm like, no, this could be dumb. And I kept reading it. And they're like, yeah, we don't fucking get it either. This is amazing. This is a great guitar.
Yeah. And it's like the real one is like $2,500. This one
Yeah.
was like on sale. It was like
For like
$7.
a signature one that's not like awful, you know?
I was at Chuck Levin's today, and
Oh, what
they
time?
actually. Oh, really?
Because that's where I
That's
bought
so
this.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like 3 to 4 actually.
Yeah, we just missed each other.
So funny.
You promoted your show you have coming up.
But, yeah. We were picking up a new digital piano for Ella. But we popped into the guitar room and they had a couple of PRS acoustics.
Yeah, but he's right-handed, so he can play any of them.
They were not good.
Yeah, I don't know about their acoustic stuff.
But I think these were like the cheap ones.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
none of them was above like $700.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't sound very good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when you just buy that just to have the brand name, probably.
I guess but I've been really like Rope has one, and it sounds good over the stream.
Yeah.
And there's someone else who's got one.
Carrie. No, Carrie
Yeah.
has
That's
a
an electric one.
Carrie has an
Yeah.
electric one.
But someone
No,
else
no, no,
has
no,
an
no.
acoustic.
John Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
So-
instrumentalist?
Yes.
Oh, he's
Not
great.
the Supreme Court justice.
Well, I mean,
No relation.
John Roberts on here?
Yeah. The honorable.
the internet
But-
is always.
Kicking off?
No, he's the one who does those great instrumentals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's great. He really.
Yeah.
But
he's
yeah,
really good.
I'm hoping that it was just because they were the inexpensive.
I'm
ones.
assuming that. Because that's for sure not their specialties.
I have
Yeah.
found the bottom end of the Taylor guitars to be surprisingly all right. Like the 110s.
Yeah.
I got one for like under $400. Well, no, that was the guitar I used before I got the good one, Gibson. They're surprisingly all right. Not great, but like
No.
for the money, like they got
Yeah, it's a solid guitar. Like, but I mean, I think Martin is like their lowest guitar, except for like I don't know, like Ed Sheeran has like a guitar that he put out with them.
Armstrong from Rancid.
Oh
too.
my god!
Which is
Oh my
very
god! Like that. Ella picked up one of the Sheeran guitars and she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I want it," and I'm like, "It's like we're buying you a piano right now."
Yeah. Also, like that guitar is not. It's not very good. It's fine. But like most of the low end actual Martin guitars are like really solid stuff.
Yeah.
The Tim Armstrong one was okay. A buddy of ours, Matty,
Yeah.
had one forever. That was like his gig guitar, and it sounded okay. Like the pickup was okay. I'm not saying it's great, but it's a $400 guitar.
Yeah. Cordoba, I believe, is one of the best like bangs for your buck price wise. They make classical guitars, like nylon string stuff.
Is that what you have? She has one. I didn't know. I'm learning.
A Cordoba?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Nice.
She also has the right-handed version of my Dan Electro.
I do.
Oh.
Have I seen that?
I don't think so.
I love that thing.
I haven't played it. I haven't played it on here. It's in the box.
It is.
What's in the box?
I have to get that
All
out.
right.
Good night, Rowan. I'll see you Monday.
See ya.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
It
Thanks,
was
guys.
great.
Tartar.
I
He
guess
farted right before he left. That was
Now,
weird.
now what the fuck are we gonna do?
Well,
I don't know.
You can ask him to share the pie picture.
Oh, you're right.
I've been I'm training for my cooking Super Bowl, which is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. We had pies giving one year. Was it 9 different
I made
pies?
9 pies.
That was friend.
What were the pies?
That was the one we made a pie of pies and sent it over to
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's
Thanksgiving.
not a crossover. I went over on Thanksgiving, however long ago this was. I didn't have a working computer, and Rob gave me one of his old computers. But I went over to Heather's house to get it because he was having Thanksgiving with them, and I took them a pie of pies.
Yep. Then just took sections of all pies.
Yeah.
What do I make? I always make deep dish apple, bourbon pumpkin. That was the year of the paradise pie. So it's pear with rose water, cardamom, pomegranate molasses. It kind of tastes like a pear Turkish delight as a pie. It's probably my favorite, and it's CJ's favorite, so I make it every year.
That's the name of the older one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you telling all of the nobody that? Or?
I'm telling you that.
Yeah, Chris, we've met, right? Like you and me?
We usually just
several
refer to
times.
him as the older child or the teenager.
Or by name.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure, but I don't know. I've gone back and watched these, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, now you need to start watching.
Anyway, what are the other pies?
Chocolate silk.
Chocolate silk, which is his favorite. I made
just chocolate goo.
Was that the cherry year?
It might have been.
The cherry almond.
It's too much fucking pie. It's great.
It's a graham cracker crust. That's Alexander's favorite. It's a graham cracker crust, and I put like a layer of almond paste.
I do love when you have them in the kitchen with you working on the stuff. That's great.
With like a sour cherry filling, and then I do like a white chocolate drizzle on top. Then did I make the lemon blueberry one?
You're asking good questions. I think I
did a lemon
So
blueberry.
it's all sweet pies.
You've done a savory
pies.
pie.
Yeah.
Did you do a chili pie?
I've done chili pies, pot pies, of course. Those are my favorite.
God.
Yeah, the ones that are super, super sweet, I don't like. I tend to be more of like a nut or fruit.
They're plenty sweet though, especially like the chocolate silk and all that shit.
That's your favorite. I like the bourbon pumpkin is my favorite because it's I like the custard pies. Oh, I made coconut custard. That was the other.
That's
one.
very good.
I like the custard pies, and I made mince pie because that was my mom's favorite. I'm trying to think what else I made.
Oh, I do have a question while you think about that. I have for Mr. Blamp. Are you going to play us a song?
Well, I haven't had time to try to work out the sound on my pedal board. I was banking on someone else playing a song or vamping while I do that, because that's not something I'd like to do into people's ears, because no one wants that.
That's fair.
Your banana isn't in front of you? Okay, don't play song. No, don't do it now. I don't want you to. Don't do it.
He wants to play his new toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wants time to set it up, and he doesn't want to do it on here.
Which is like 2 minutes. Yeah.
He wants to.
I am curious to hear how it sounds. Like, again, I was amazed at. I'm like, no fucking way, and I kept reading. I read like 4 different reviews of it, and they weren't just like reprints of the same thing. Like they weren't just like, it wasn't Sweetwater. It was actual like premier guitar in different places.
That's cool.
It made me curious. I've had a Strat sitting in my. I'm sorry.
No. Actually, I'm curious. So when
that's Jules.
No,
I'm Chris.
I'm aware.
But what are you curious about?
So what do you say when what's your fucking deal comes up?
It depends on when it's asked. Things vary.
Hey, Chris, I got a question, and this is just It's really random, and I don't even know where it's coming from. But what's your fucking deal, man?
Yeah. Right now, in the moment, what's your fucking deal? No, this is good radio. Just so you know.
You're the best.
No, I'm the worst. I know that.
No, I like you a lot.
You're nuts.
I think we were talking about that now.
I mean, we could talk about your nuts, but I figured that'd be a little rude.
That'd be a little weird, yeah. I mean, Joel seems on board, but you know.
There's legs.
Yeah, I was trying to do direct in because it's 11 o'clock and I don't want to go through my amp because I live with 3 other people and a dog. But it sounds like shit through the interface. So
we don't have to do that right now. Yeah. Just why don't we come back?
I mean, I'm not going to do it.
Oh no, you have to do it. How is the tremolo treating you? Do you like a good trem bar and shit?
I usually don't use one. I have 2 guitars that have the hole, but I quickly detached the bar.
Yeah.
So
I like a bar.
Yeah, I don't really. I'll just do a deep bend or I'll shake the neck. Yeah, just like a nice squat. Hold on.
Did you do it with the chair?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I should do from now on when I try to exercise.
That's a good idea.
I should use a chair.
It seems to bother you. Yeah, see, my watch list is a Harley Benton $300 guitar that's now $289, and then there's a Strat, and then what's that? That's right.
Well, it's on sale through the end of the year.
What are you willing to say what you paid?
Yeah, just over 7.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah.
There is one on here, but it is used, and it's $655.
That's also not bad.
It's storm gray.
Yeah, that's the one I tried when I first rolled up on Chuck Levin's. But then I wanted the black one because it had the rosewood fretboard, and I already have a Strat with a maple fretboard. But they said, "Oh, do you want the blue one, the purple one, the gray one, or the pink one?" And I was like, "The blue one." But then it turned. Well, I almost got the pink one, and I think and I kind of regret it because I think the pink one does have a rosewood fretboard. But the blue one is actually teal. It's really nice. It's a nice teal.
See,
yeah.
Because I have this because it's what they had.
Yeah.
Tobacco Sunburst. I have a Tobacco Sunburst Strat put aside in my reverb cart that I've been looking at for months. Yeah.
Mexican?
Where do they make the player ones? Are they Mexican or are they Korean?
Is that like a series, like the Player series?
Yeah, Fender Player series. I do not know where they're made.
That they make them in I don't think they make them in Japan anymore. They used to make.
Oh, they definitely don't.
Yeah, they used to like the Japanese Strats from the early 2000s are coveted.
Yeah, they're very well thought of. Yeah, but now
I think it's like Indonesia or Mexico.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Where I'm curious now.
Okay.
Where are Fender Player series made? Let's see. Oh, they're Mexico. Specific.
What? Sorry, I think a deer is dying over there.
Well, I wanted to give a moment of silence for the deer.
Hold on. All right, it's dead.
Exterminating.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, but
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what that was.
As long as it wasn't
That
Scooby.
was weird.
Don't. If you say his name 2 more times, he's gonna show up.
Beetlejuice.
That's the Tim Burton movie I saw recently.
Oh, How to Treat You.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I have not
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It looks all right.
It's good. It's good. Jenna Ortega is doing the sullen Aubrey Plaza thing.
The Janine Garofalo thing, sure.
Yeah, the
What do you mean to the cousins?
somebody from the 50s who did that. I don't know. Who's like a brassy dame who wouldn't take any guff.
Brassy dame. Taking none of your guff.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball?
No.
Lauren Bacall.
Lauren Bacall, maybe.
She
I'm thinking more
most
like
assuredly would not take your guff.
Rosin Russell. That's who I'm thinking. She made a career being the brassy dame.
Yeah,
Is
see?
that pre-code?
And after.
Yeah. The pre-code stuff is wild. They're just like Jimmy Cagney just like slapping a woman like in the middle of just like 7 times, just in the middle of a movie.
That the pre-code stuff is interesting. It's kind of like Hollywood at its most raw.
Well,
No, really, like it's the stuff that they showed then.
did we lose you, Jules?
Decades before anything would come close to it.
You made farty noises.
Yeah, keep talking.
No, I want to know what you're doing. I want to focus on it.
Yeah,
Laser
sure.
focus.
No one else was talking, so
He's doing his thing.
yeah. Why
I want to see
why let them keep talking if they weren't talking in the first place?
brassy dames.
Brassy dames. If you're thinking like proto Janine Garofalo,
Did you plug it in?
he's trying
Dude.
it out.
Dude, calm down. It's okay.
No.
Everything's fine.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
What did you hear? Is the mailman here?
What?
So what's the name of your dog?
Not my dog. My sister's dog. Her name is Aka,
Not my dog.
Aka.
AKA Aka.
Is it really AKA?
Yeah.
So what is it? Also known as
First base.
I'll say.
Don't worry, Joylene. Around like hour 3, we really get going.
I feel like I broke the magic spell by saying it.
I
No,
don't think
this is
there
what
was.
it's like. No,
There was no magic.
Just like, yeah, it kind of
Yeah,
sucked.
yeah. The secret is there is no secret. Yeah. Have you seen Space Jam?
Yes.
Sorry. But there's like the special stuff that Michael uses that Bugs gives him to make him play basketball good, but then it's just water. That's it.
The MacGuffin that shows up in everything, isn't that?
Right,
what-
yeah.
That's Harry Potter too.
Yeah.
He gives Ron the liquid luck, but it's not the liquid luck. He just
No.
makes him use
Sorry,
liquid
Jules.
luck.
Jules doesn't like the work of J.K. Rowling, just her politics.
Right. Yeah. I say like I really like her stances specifically on like gender issues, but it's a shame about the other stuff about like how she, she
About all
the
these
stuff
children
this,
and stuff.
about all the wizards. Like that's the occult. Like ew, dude.
Yeah, people
Ugh.
aren't allowed to read those books because it promotes witchcraft. It's no, like adults say that. It's sad.
That's a Taylor Tomlinson story from
it's
her
the
childhood.
saddest thing ever. Yeah.
She wasn't allowed
Like,
to finish the series
Yeah.
because her parents found out.
Yep. People like it promotes witchcraft. I'm like, that's just not real. Like when you say it's so enormous, it does not knock stuff out of your hand. Like
But these are the same people that believe like word for word everything that happened in the Bible. Like it's a historical text. Like a biography.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's yeah. They can't I don't know.
in English.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
because
Right.
That was the language it was written in. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Written by
Aramaic looks a lot like English. I don't care what you say.
White Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't exist yet
I
as a
miss-
language, but
I miss
totally it's English.
I miss Cozy. She wrote the.
You call her cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Is it cozy?
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing it wrong the whole time? Okay.
I'm fine with it.
I have an accent.
Is she okay with
Tell
it?
you what.
Cozy.
I
don't think she's called him out on it. Unless the fuck you and your white Jesus was specifically
About
directed
me?
at you.
Yeah.
Well, you're an agnostic, so that'd be a really weird thing to say.
You know, it's really oblique. You gotta read a lot into it, but I could see it. Yeah.
Well, it could be like the allegorical Jesus. It doesn't have to be like the actual Judeo-Christian,
Yeah.
which is a totally real thing. Judeo-Christianity. That's that exists. It can be, like it could be, Chris, maybe your own personal Jesus.
If only.
Reach out and touch face.
Is this a crossover?
What is this, a crossover episode? What is this, a crossover episode? So, Chris, do you have any pre-existing inventions? Something that you thought of?
Yeah, I forgot that.
I'm just bringing back all the old segments.
You really are. You're just hitting all of them.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have.
Chris would, like, when we were doing this more regularly, and Chris was in like producer mode.
Yeah.
He would sometimes come to the show with segments, and one of them was like I think he said, like, I don't know what to call this, but like I have a couple things that I've thought of that like I thought I invented, and then it's like, no, that's a chair or something like that.
Yeah. I told her. She knows. Who do you think heard it first?
And so pre-existing inventions.
I had this idea.
That's a great idea. So what if?
So what if, like, if someone was sick, right? But you took a little bit of the virus, and then you shook it up with some other stuff, and then you shot it into them, and then maybe that makes them better. What if that?
Yeah, no, I was.
You mean witchcraft?
Yeah.
That already exists.
What if like you put stuff on the ground but like it made it easier for you to like drive a car on it?
You mean people?
This is donkey.
If you have a monster truck, you're fine. Yeah. Or if everybody just lays down flat. You know what I mean?
Those you can only drive on monsters.
Have you heard of the movie Monster Trucks?
Yes, I know the thing you're talking about.
Where there were monsters that lived in the trucks, but they were also monster trucks.
It was like the dinosaur. What was the Dinobots? Was it Dino? What were they?
Dino trucks.
Dino trucks. Yeah.
Was that dinosaurs in trucks?
They were if dinosaurs were trucks.
Yeah.
Like it's like a.
It's like Cars.
It's like a little book series like Alexander loved when he was little. Like, so imagine
Alexander's the younger one.
Jurassic.
Thank you.
Trucks.
Jurassic trucks.
Kinda.
That's what it was. So like, it's not a T-Rex exactly. It's like a pickup truck, but it's a T-Rex.
But then they all rust out, and they're found and put into museums.
Yep.
But then they start to come back to life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Jurassic trucks at the museum.
Kind of. But only at night.
At the museum.
No.
Battle of the Smithsonian. Robin Williams.
That's true.
Getting on with Sacagawea. It's all kinds of weird. Teddy Roosevelt. Sacagawea. Weird.
That happened in the Night at the Museum movies?
Yeah.
I'd immortalize that on $1 because Sacagawea.
I got it. Yeah.
See, they used to have the $1 coin that keeps failing. They had the Sacagawea for a while.
Yeah. So the Night at the Museum movies. He's Teddy Roosevelt, and
yes, he's Teddy Ruxpin.
Written by Thomas Lennon and Ben Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are hard to talk to.
No, we're fine.
You'll notice that I'm not the one that keeps interrupting.
I just get excited.
He's a little puppy. His tail's wagging. Look. Yeah, give him little scritches. He'll calm down. Oh, man. Would you guys like to play a song? Would one of you like to play a song? I'm fine switching over to keyboard since I'm not going to get this guitar thing working.
I don't.
I think I'm bailing, unfortunately.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
It's a really bad health day today.
Yeah,
So
Oh man, I'm sorry. Well, it's all the more flattering that you were willing to come on this stupid fucking thing
and
have us.
disappointed that you won't
and
be
ha-
here and he has to talk to me.
That's absolutely yes, so that we can talk over you about stuff that you are probably more well versed in knowledge about.
No, probably about it, friend.
Yeah.
about dino trucks?
Yeah, exactly. I hadn't even heard of them.
Actually, their figures are awesome.
They're
The
cute.
kids had them.
They're really cute.
Look them up. They're neat looking. They
Okay.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't lie to you about that.
If it's actual dinosaurs, yes, I probably do know more about them than you guys do.
Diplodocus. That's the most diplomatic dinosaur.
Diplodocus?
No, that's the most documented
No.
dinosaur.
Our
Yeah, see,
Frizzle.
dinosaurs are not my thing. I went to school to be an archaeologist, not paleontologist. So
By the way, that
ancient
would have been
civilizations.
that would have for your next visit for what's your fucking deal? Maybe some of that
Archaeology.
or any things
Oh,
that you've
oh.
thinged.
You could
I
always
tell
you
you-
could always say this. You could always say this. This is my hard line on my birthday shit.
But
I
get
ain't telling
people-
you shit. It's March 22nd. That's when my birthday is.
Thank you.
Aries. It means
I was
nothing.
going to ask you if that's what you were.
Yeah, it means nothing to me.
You
And then
give
people
up.
are like, "Oh yeah, that's such an Aries thing to say," and I'm like,
No.
"Okay." I still don't care.
You don't have to.
Yeah, it's like the manufactured consent of it all is really something that like I think that that's a cooler thing to believe in because it's more tangible. Like you can see the fucking stars and the constellations and shit, and you can track that. That's more reliable to
Feels
me
less
as a
judgmental.
faith
Yeah.
than like Christianity or any sort of theism, you know. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson. Sorry, I just had to get that out of the way. It's almost 2
I was
hours.
worried about you. He hadn't mentioned either one.
I hadn't mentioned either of them. Yeah.
Ew, why?
Oh, we found out that that the 14-year-old hates that guy you told me to worry about if he liked
Oh,
him.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate. Good.
Yeah.
I figured because the two of you, that's a pretty good firewall against his fucking bullshit. But oh my god, like the way he just infects the minds of the youth. And then that's such a horrible pipeline to people like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro. And
did it
like,
again.
well, now it's kind of organic, even though I completely inorganically like brought it up.
You invoke them?
Yeah, I did. It's
First time.
the Beetlejuice thing. Yeah.
But you're right. Like, there's these assholes
Yeah.
get into
Cursing on the internet?
they get into the minds of really young, impressionable young men, and then they go for the first time and vote for Trump on campus.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what happened.
Yeah.
They came out in droves because these assholes said to.
Yeah.
Right.
Farts.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing, though, and maybe it's because I'm older and I'm bitter, listening to these guys give relationship advice. It is
My God.
It
Oh
is
my God,
so
dude.
hilarious, magical thing because I want to be there to like the first woman they say it to, so I can see and like feel the reverberation of them getting punched in the mouth because it's so like no one will go, yeah, sure, I'll totally do that. Like because your time is a gift to me. Like I absolutely believe that that's
What are you talking about?
This
All
is
these
the
different-
advice these people there was this the I think one of the biggest manosphere, that's what this whole shit is called, the manosphere. It's a horrible it's a horrible underside of the rock that is the internet. Like it's just like all the maggots and the worms and the night crawlers that you see under a
What
rock
did
when you
Dwayne
lift it
Johnson
up.
do exactly? What are you?
What did who? Okay. He made a bunch of shitty movies. Like this manosphere shit. Anyway, there's a podcast called Fresh and Fit where they would have all these Instagram and OnlyFans models on, and they would barely let them talk. So you'd love it, Chris. but yeah, it's called Fresh and Fit, and it's two black guys, and it's
Those are the guys.
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw people
One of
that-
them is called Myron Gaines. They got their YouTube channel demonetized and then later just removed
They
because
use
of
them
all
as
of this. Because of all of the shit that and so like I think they've had Andrew Tate on.
Yeah.
But like, you know, they give relationship advice about like how, you know, what a woman's actual job is, you know, it's like their duty is to their man, and like, you know, you need to find you a high value woman or high value female is what they would say. Hey, everybody, all the nobody watching, if somebody calls women females, here's your sign.
Except for Phil the Knot in a Thin Lizzy song.
Unless they're talking about scientific, like clinical studies or something like that.
And they also
it's like, you know, hey man, all these females out here, and it's like, okay, all right, well, I'm gonna stop listening to you right the fuck now.
I mean,
Yes.
there's flags all over, but like, it is so the land of incels. So like,
Yeah.
like
And it's a pipeline. It's crazy.
But what is glorious about all of it? Number one, like they're all like 20-something years old.
Yeah.
They never actually had a freaking relationship. So like all of these young guys, like I'm a nice guy, and I'm like, oh, you what?
Future rapists of America.
You just called yourself a nice guy.
Yeah.
Got it.
Here's your sign. I mean, seriously,
sign.
yeah, so
But-
many red. Yeah,
okay.
you're right. There's
I'm a nice
so
guy.
many
Why
signs.
can't I get a girl? It's like because you're repulsive.
Right.
Continue.
Change your
Nice guy.
personality.
Yeah.
Don't be you.
Don't be
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
something else.
Right.
Okay,
This
go on.
this isn't this. I say what to the incels the same thing I'm saying to the Democratic Party as of late. The thing you're doing
Something
is
else.
not working. Try a different thing, maybe. Maybe just try something else.
Yeah,
because
both
the
of
thing
us
you
talked
keep
about-
doing is turning everyone away.
Right. But like that stuff is
Yeah.
it's hilarious, and but like the things that these guys come out with, it's like but like my time as a gift was my favorite.
I had no time.
Oh
No,
my
the
gosh.
only time I saw those guys was when.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't them specifically. There's like
No.
just gobs of
Those
these
two, the ones he's
douchebags.
talking about.
Yeah, the fresh and fit guys.
Yeah.
They were monolithic, really, in that like they were the biggest voices, at least in the YouTube part of the manosphere. I know there's like Andrew Tate was like big on Twitch and TikTok and all these streaming stuff, but like the more straightforward, as close as we get to old media with new media, which is just like videos on YouTube, podcasts and shit. These guys were like at the forefront of that, and they would platform these guys. And but where's the first place what's the context that you saw them in?
They showed up in a Trump ad for they were talking about our remember they
were criticizing Harris.
It was the whole anti-trans thing. There was a series of them. Yeah, it was really tiresome.
Shocking. It's like I think what the Democrats need to do is just call out what it is, and they started to a little bit when they started with the weird thing, but they need to
and then they pulled back because they're like, oh, kindness.
Don't backtrack on the weird.
Yeah,
they need to go. Oh no, all these folks are fixated with just the kinkiest shit out there. Let's just talk about that.
Right. Why do you care so much about what people's genitals look like?
They're attracted.
Right.
They're fixated because they're into all that stuff.
How many of those guys who are anti all of that get found in the men's
in airport bathrooms? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
the
it.
biggest,
like it's not. They're fixated because they're into it.
Yeah, I was talking to my sister about this the other day, and it's like these people, most of the people that are like, there's this bathroom kerfuffle that's happening in the House or in the Senate right now, and there's a bill being brought that like you can only use the bathroom that you like that corresponds to the gender that you were assigned at birth.
Wasn't there like the first like openly trans person elected?
Right, that's what sparked this whole thing. So this woman from South Carolina is like putting forth this legislation to like ban trans men or trans women from using the men's or the women's bathrooms in federal buildings.
Any trans person wants to look at your shit. Like,
they just want to go to the fucking bathroom.
what?
I don't understand. So I think the thing is, these people that are putting forth these things, they're like, well, if I was allowed to just go into the woman's bathroom, then I would just have to fuck somebody. It doesn't matter if they want it. I'm in there, and my dick is a gift.
This is the only thing that can happen.
Right. It's just the logic. It's nature. And that's the Jordan Peterson shit, the Andrew Tate shit, the fucking Fresh and Fit shit.
It's all. He said his name 3 times.
It's all about, well, that's not actually what. Okay, so my suits are very tight, but they are tailored very well, and they have my tweets inside of them, okay? And it's not okay. He just starts fucking crying out of nowhere because his hormones are all imbalanced because all he eats is fucking red meat. Anyway, they all think that these hierarchies are like things that are naturally occurring and that are a boon for humanity. Like women historically had this place, and that's why society's progressed the way it is because of these bullshit
Wait, you're
hierarchies.
saying you're not telling the truth?
Not
Wait a
true.
minute. Breaking news.
Yeah, it's what I love to like because they like because the Bible is literal.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Written in a language that didn't exist when it was written. Yeah.
Rewritten by a king, but whatever.
Yeah. Who was also fixated with witchcraft. But anyway, whole other weird shit over there. I just kind of like, can you read? That's the first question that pops into my head. Like, can you actually read? And I mean like reading for comprehension, not just
literacy, like media literacy or any sort of literacy. Exactly.
Like, can you actually read for comprehension? Because I don't think you can.
No.
Because they say shit. And I'm like, did you get out of 4th grade? I don't think you left 4th grade. Because you would know that's not true.
These
like,
people,
none of the things you're saying are true.
Right. These people that we've been talking about watch The Sopranos and they're like, Tony Soprano's a good guy. They watch Mad Men and they're like, I want to be Don Draper. You know, they watch Scarface and it's like, I want to be that. And it's like, these people are the villains. Like they watch Breaking Bad. It's like, yeah, Walter White. And it's like, no, he's
the bad guy.
He's the bad guy. he's for sure the bad guy. Yeah. The Penguin. I want to be the Penguin.
Yeah. Tony Soprano's having a nervous breakdown in
the first episode. The first episode with the ducks in the pool.
Panic attacks.
Yeah, like, he's just having
He's having the best time.
He goes to that guy's office and beats the shit out of him. I've only seen the first episode, and
You really not watched the show? It's very good.
And I watched the first episode like a year ago, so it's
an excellent show.
Yeah.
But like,
people
none of
really
the guys
miss
are
the point,
okay.
yeah.
Like they're all
Yeah.
screwed up, but that's the point.
Right. That's supposed to Fight Club. That's supposed to be a critique on a certain thing, and they're just like, yeah, I'm whatever Brad Pitt's character's name is.
Yeah.
Tyler Durden.
That's the one.
The dude is having a psychotic break. He works for an insurance company, is having a psychotic break.
It's pretty clear in the book that he's not a good dude.
Yeah. American Psycho, fucking Patrick Bateman. They want to be that. It's insane. They don't have you're absolutely right. They don't have the actual comprehension of the text that they like they look at Star Wars and they're like, yeah, I love Luke Skywalker, but also I'm a fascist. And it's like Star Wars is like anti-fascist propaganda. America's the empire in that shit. Like the third movie is just the Vietnam War. That's just what they do. And now, like in 2015, now that we have the internet, when the new Star Wars came out, I know it's not 2015 now, it's the 90s.
Huh? We're just going backwards.
Flat circle, like I said. When the new Star Wars came out, they're like, why is it so political now? And it's like
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
It's like, when does Star Trek get woke?
In 1962 or 1965 when it came out.
First interracial television.
And that caused there was a letter writing campaign.
It's like, did you ever see an interview with Gene Roddenberry? I'm like,
he would be too woke for the woke people now. You know what I mean? Like,
We have to be a little nicer about it. Guys.
Star Trek is all about like
Guys.
utopian socialism.
yeah, that's
Like,
it's a socialist utopia. And then you have Elon Musk running around like, I want to do Starfleet. That's why I got the fascist elected, just because I want to do. And my dad, I was talking to my dad today, and he was like, yeah, maybe he means like the Ferengis, because like that's really what this is.
Yeah.
Like if we're it's gonna be the Expanse. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Star Trek.
It's Deep Space Nine. Like, it's that part of the Star Trek world where it's like out on the fringes, and like the worst of the worst are on this like station.
Yeah. I haven't watched that one, and I've heard it's the best. I've heard it's the best.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Although Lower Decks is the best one, but that's neither here nor there.
Watch Lower Decks.
It's really
I
great.
like that other one though.
Which one?
The Worlds one.
Strange New Worlds.
Strange
The
New
one
Worlds.
with Christian is
That's good.
like
Yep.
he knows Christian.
I know Christian. I see Christian regularly.
Yeah, I love him.
He's really tall and handsome, and like
He is.
he's like a handsome David Bowie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
David-
Christian's better looking than Bowie was actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I agree with you.
No,
David Bowie's very good looking. I'm sure he's still good looking right now
It's
as a corpse.
Hasn't lost any weight though.
Well, how could you?
Yeah.
Christian and Alejo are like the prettiest couple ever. It's just not
Man, Alejo's gorgeous.
It's
So
just
you
not
met
fair.
Alejo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
He's great.
just it's just not like
He's a superhero too.
yeah. He
He
does
does.
like acrobatics and
Yeah, he's very fit. I get
he's-
it. I see them together, and I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, some couples you're like, I don't know, one of the no.
No, they're both disturbingly
They're both
attractive.
doing very well.
They're both super attractive and really nice. Like they're just
sweetest
like the
people.
loveliest.
Christian is too nice. Christian is so nice that sometimes I'm like, what's your angle?
Have you met his parents? Have you met his
I
parents?
love his parents.
His parents?
Yeah.
No.
His parents are amazing.
His mom's a hoot. I love
It
her.
makes
Oh,
sense.
man.
You meet them and you go, okay.
And his sister.
Oh, man, I got to meet the fam.
Yeah,
I've been over their house like 3
Went
or
to the
4
gallery?
times, but they weren't there. I was there like doing like a writing thing with C, who lives with them.
Right.
Yeah, like we've known them forever. So like
Right.
it's but yeah.
First place we ever played as the Honest Mistakes was in their dining room.
So
built the stage downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So Joylene, and I'm gonna let you go, and like thank you. This has been the longest denouement for any guest ever. But you've
talk about douchey incels and then going on to Star Trek. I'm like, all right, I'm here.
yeah, okay, all right.
We both got so excited. I was
So the way I met Christian was I used to play, and I probably will again next year, play this farmers market in Mount Pleasant. And so I one Saturday I was there. I posted up just playing, and this tall gentleman rides by on a bike, and then he just like stops, and like some people stop and they look and stuff, and so I'm just I'm minding my own fucking business, as I'm wont to do, and just playing, and then like as I'm like winding down and wrapping up, he comes over and he's like, hey, you sound really good, blah, 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 all the nice things that people say that I just like let wash over me because I can't take compliments. And then he was like, so like, are you available for shows? Because I have a friend who puts on shows. I'm like, yeah. And it's like, well, I live in Silver Spring. And then he was like, oh, well, this I said I live in Silver Spring. And then he said the friend puts on shows, Silver Spring thing. And I'm like, okay. So we exchanged information, booked a date. Turns out the venue is right there, next door to my house.
and he just started sending me pictures of him like at
And
this,
so and so I didn't tell Christian that until like we corresponded, and then I walk over and I tell him like, yeah, it took a really long, like the commute was pretty bad getting here. And then he was like, oh no, I thought you lived in Silver Spring. I thought this would be good. It's like, yeah, I had to walk like 20 feet.
Oh no.
It was a mess. And he was like, what? And then I next door thing. It's a hoot. And so, yeah, so now I will send Chris pictures Whenever now Christian will prompt it because it's just a thing that we do. And so we'll just he'll do a selfie and then just send it to Chris. And then Chris will send a sad face emoji or something.
That sounds about right.
It does my heart good that Christian still has my phone number. I'm like, yay, he has my phone number.
Yeah.
I still have his phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, we met
him because of
Marion.
Was it Marion or was it?
It was Marion.
The ex-friend.
No, he met. So our drummer Austin, who is still a delightful human being, he had a crazy girlfriend who mellowed considerably over the years.
Is she now his ex-girlfriend?
She is
Yes,
now his
very
ex-girlfriend.
She's his crazy ex-girlfriend.
Pink.
Yeah. So
it was in stereo. That's great.
So she's an artist, and it was her first opening that she ever did, and it was at Gallery. So we went along to be supportive, and of course we get to meet Christian and Alejo. We started talking, and then we feel like, oh, you're musicians too, cool. Share information, and all of a sudden, the next thing we know, we're playing there, and
getting lost trying to drive home from DC.
Oh my God! Especially
friendship.
Was it the same house, the same place? So Mount Pleasant. Okay, yeah. So that place, their neighborhood is impossible to get out of.
Yeah, it was, but it was delightful. So the first time we're there, the art's upstairs in the living room, and they didn't have the basement built out yet. To perform.
I still haven't been down there.
We've slept down there.
Yeah.
So we've known them for so long. I feel like we've known them through 3 house renovations. But that was kind of the beginning. We weren't even there for us. We were there for a friend's girlfriend.
We knew them before we had kids.
Yeah.
BC, as my parents say.
Yeah,
before children.
Before children. I was usually pregnant when we played their pre-wedding show.
The honeymoon weekend.
So they did a mini concert.
And I got to see Christian put down a homeless guy because they kept trying to come up at us, and he's like, nicest person in the world. No, and put his hand on his shoulder and moved.
Because the guy kept coming towards me.
Yeah. And Christian is 6'3". So yeah.
And so I have my gigantic pregnancy belly. And so what's funny is the twins, his kids, is a little bit of difference in age between them and CJ. Because they're pregnant at the same time I was. So here are these 2 gigantic pregnant women.
Yeah. Oof, twins. Good God.
Yeah. And beautiful, of course, because they kind of look like him. And,
right.
But it's funny, we became friends with them too. So I'm friendly with Christina. It's just they're lovely people.
You still talk to these people?
Online, yeah.
Erica.
Oh, Erica, yeah. I still talk to Erica.
Erica was their housemate at the time.
Yeah.
She's in San Diego now?
No, she moved.
She did?
Yeah, she was in California. Now she's coming back.
What a sweetheart.
Oh, what's her address? Let's dox her.
No.
These are
Bad
nice
Jules.
people.
No.
What?
Nice person.
I thought we were
We're not
doing internet.
No.
These are nice people.
Not that part.
Oh, not that internet. Okay, all right.
No, these are nice people. We don't.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. When you let the dog out of the bag, you got to put it in a box with the elephant.
It's just the dog in him.
Elephant.
Recording. Stop.
Recording stopped. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm still in contact with Erica.
I don't know about
I feel like I'm in
parade.
contact with everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you do that.
No,
well,
you
I mean,
didn't.
like,
I was agreeing with you.
I have a thing. So, well, these are nice people, and I enjoy being in contact with them. But I also have this thing where I stay connected with people I genuinely dislike, just so I know where they are. And I know not to go there. And that has saved me more trouble than I could possibly explain to you. Like there have been things I'm like, oh, we're gonna go to this thing, and then I'll see like somebody I really, really, really don't
It's
want to
like,
be
not worth it.
around, and they're there, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna go there tonight.
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies
Visible.
Really
within your eye line.
Like I need to know where they are. and
Yeah,
I'm-
I completely fucking agree with that. There's a reason I don't block certain people on social media is
Track
because
your enemy.
I want to know where they are, so that or if they're gonna be at a thing I'm at, I'm not gonna go. I'm fine being left out of a thing if it means that I am spared, someone that I would rather not.
Very
I ain't in my fucking 20s anymore. I don't need to pretend to fucking like people. I don't need to be around people that like are what the Scientologists would call suppressive persons, an SP. I'm trying to go clear, all right?
Yeah, they,
Xenu! Yeah!
Xenu motherfucker.
Xenu, motherfucker!
How about the volcano?
Dokes from Dexter.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. Memes. We do memes here.
Actual funny meme.
We're young. Gen Alpha. Is this Chugi?
What?
Have you guys heard of Chugi?
Toilet?
No,
No, that's a Skibbity toilet. And that's pretty great. Also, there's Walton Goggins goggle glasses. I don't know if you saw the commercial for those.
Oh.
But it's great. It's almost as good as Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers, which is just Family Feud. The Righteous Gemstones is a show on HBO.
I've heard,
Written by Danny McBride and Jody Hill. It's very good.
he kind of bugs me though. Is it
I
good?
don't get them.
He is perfect for that. Like I found him kind of grating, which was the point in Eastbound and Down because that's the character he was playing. He's a little toned down in this, but he's still insufferable. But the whole family is, except for John Goodman, and he's like the put upon patriarch who has to wrangle his shit ass kids. It's basically Succession, but with
Church?
With church, yeah. They're both very good. Like they're both some of the best TV that like HBO has had a really good run with like dramedies. Righteous Gemstones, Barry, Succession, what else? Oh, White Lotus. I mean, those are all like fucking like
any of those. I heard White Lotus was great.
White Lotus is great. Aubrey Plaza's in it. She's
Yeah.
in the second season, and it's an anthology show, so you could just watch each of them.
And Andrea Daddario is in it, and Sydney Sweeney.
That's the first season. Yes.
I have a feeling that Aubrey Plaza is like my sister from another mother. It's disturbing, the similarities.
Well, you're both half Puerto Rican.
Both half
You're
Puerto
both
Rican.
from the East Coast. You have other things in common.
Both stroke survivors.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but
It's
yep.
weird.
Yep.
It's a disturbing, like if you go down the list, like, yep.
Yeah, you'd totally get along, and she may try to make out with you. Yeah.
There are worse things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
Did you see the Witch Show?
Did she see the Witch Show?
Wasn't
How
it
much
great?
time do you have?
And like her and Catherine Hahn, like, come
That was
on,
some crazy,
dude.
like hot chemistry. Like,
Oh my god, it's the horniest Marvel thing that they've done.
It's like,
For
oh,
real.
they fucking like watching that at one point.
Oh yeah, no, they had sex for sure. For sure, they had sex. And then she took her son. Like that's just talk about a complicated relationship.
Come here. Just ripped her heart out.
She licked her face. Then they did a kiss, but like the licking of the face
No,
is
the
just like,
licking of the face.
whoa.
There
It's like, we got what we needed.
And I bet that was improv, and I bet it was Catherine Hahn's idea.
I guarantee both. Well,
Yeah.
like she's a little crazy in an awesome way.
Emily the Criminally.
She's, they're making a show?
No, is she?
Yeah. Yes.
No. Did you
Yes.
watch Emily the Criminal?
No.
So good.
Oh, it's really
But
good.
It's really upsetting.
And it's just a character piece.
Yeah, but it's a really good character.
Oh, it's good. And it's got shades in it.
Like my old ass. Like
No. Have you watched My Old Ass yet?
No, that's in the queue.
Ah, you gotta.
Yeah.
We can't talk
just be
anymore.
prepared.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching AP Bio, and then I'll dive into that.
There's too much.
It's good.
shit to watch.
There's too much shit to watch.
Yeah.
Have you
Oh,
seen
we just
English Teacher?
No, but I heard good things about
It's
that.
8
too.
episodes. It's very funny. It's surprisingly
We're in the middle
funny.
of watching Steven Universe with the children.
Oh, do that instead.
20 years.
Steven Universe is
Steven!
it's so good.
It is
It's
so good.
What season are you on?
Slow start.
I'm-
It's one at the very beginning,
I am.
and he's just like, I don't know. I'm like, it's a slow start.
No, but the world building is
You need it.
it's incredible, and then by the end of the first season you're like, "Oh." And then by the end of the second season you're like, "Oh my god." And then it just keeps going. It just the escalation, it's that and Venture Brothers to me, Chris, are like two of the best examples of world building that I've seen, and they're both Cartoon Network shows.
I'm enjoying our run of Doctor Who right now. But
That's
seriously,
also good.
the River
That's
Song.
also good.
It's like he's gonna find out. He finds out who I am.
The Good Man Goes to War. That's the episode. That's the last one you just watched. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite. That was one of the ones that, like, that's why I'm having a hard time saying David Tennant is my favorite Doctor, because he's been in the best ones, and like he's done the best. He's got Peter Capaldi. I think is the best actor to play the Doctor.
He's my favorite Doctor.
He brings a very, very different energy to the job.
And he does this thing where he will channel, like in the Mummy on the Orient Express episode, he is Tom Baker talking to like the 12th Doctor.
He's so
like,
good.
He's doing a Tom Baker impression, like laying in bed, just talking to himself. And it's just like, I didn't even think about the fact that they're all still rattling around in there, probably.
Yeah, and when the flesh thing happened, but it made a Doctor, and he was losing his fucking mind because
Yeah. See, so there's some times where Stephen Moffat, like, he's good. He's good
Why
at
do you
the
hate Moffat?
at the huh?
Why do you hate Moffat?
I don't hate him.
What are you angry at?
I just think he shouldn't be able to run a show. I don't think you should get the keys to the kingdom. I think he has a problem with great man syndrome. And I think you see that more in Sherlock than you do with Doctor Who. I think because he had more free reign with Sherlock.
Really went off the rails.
And then that last season is some of the worst television I've ever seen.
It's friggin' weird.
It's really bad. And like, so like, you know, the fact that like the Doctor's the center of everything. He's the coolest guy. All he has to do in the first episode that Stephen Moffat is the showrunner of is say who he is, and then the villain runs away.
But that set up the stuff later on.
It did, but then do they
much into the Pandorica, you piece of shit?
Right, and then do they pay it off with then why did they blow up the TARDIS? Oh, well, the Silence did it. Oh, well, who are the Silence? Well, they're a religious order.
Yeah,
okay, well, what's their impetus? Well, silence will fall when the question is asked. Oh, what's the question? Well, the question is Doctor Who. Oh, that's kind of stupid. All right, well, yeah, it's not as stupid as I think that Stephen Moffat is kind of and I like his run, and I think that some of the best, if not the best, episodes of Doctor Who are written by Stephen Moffat, and a couple of them take place during his tenure as showrunner. I think Heaven Sent is the one where the Doctor's trapped in the prison, the time loop prison. And then it turns out he was in a little sand dial on Gallifrey. Like, that is like the reveal, the whole setup for that. It's brilliant. I think that the Husbands of River Song is maybe my favorite Christmas special, where River meets the Doctor for the first time. And then obviously Blink is fucking great. Obviously, The Girl in the Fireplace is fucking great. Silence in the Library and The Forest of Death, fucking great. And the one where he's the reason for Jack Harkness. He is who I'm stealing from for my first time travel thing. I'm basically writing a season of Doctor Who as my musical. And so the first thing that happens is basically that episode where they end up in the Blitz and they're like, so has anyone seen anything falling from the sky lately? And then they just laugh. It's like, why are you laughing? And then the air raid sirens go off. Mm-hmm. And then it's the fucking Blitz. And it's like, oh, fuck. That's some of the best storytelling in like the history of the show. But when he gets the reins to the whole thing, I think he gets too mired in the overarching thing and trying to connect and serialize everything.
The people who love the people who do the show love the show sometimes too much.
Yeah.
Right. Or sometimes don't understand it fucking at all. Chris Chibnall, looking at you. He didn't get it.
Is he the Whitaker?
Yeah.
Is he,
Which is a shame because she is, I think, maybe the second best actor to play the Doctor. Yeah.
She did not
She
have
was
a
Dr.
chance
Hope.
in hell. Well,
was
they
Dr.
also
Hope.
gave her
Yes. Oh my God.
storylines though. Like it was no chance.
No.
Oh, first female doctor. Oh, you're
I know, man. I know. Like, what a just. And it
But
was
they
like
made
while
her-
Trump was president and shit, and it was just like there was an opportunity to do I mean, you know,
Good thing that'll never happen again.
you could. I don't know, man. I think the fact that like the next Doctor was the Trump thing. No, we're not going to talk about it. But I think the fact that like they were like, no, fuck you. We're going to give you your David Tennant for 3 episodes, and now the Doctor's black and gay.
Yeah.
Get fucked. And he's got an ass that will not quit.
Will not quit.
As a straight man, straight as an arrow, mostly. I kissed a boy. I didn't like it.
I love that you're gesturing with your nail polish as you're saying it. That adds so much.
I am straight as an arrow. Okay, I'm straight as an arrow. But yeah, I think there will not be a white man Doctor for at least another regeneration.
I hope so. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It'd be nice because, like that one episode where they showed like all the different doctors, and there's black women. There's other,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Like, where
The
are
timeless
they?
child.
Like, where are
Right.
these
We got Ruth,
characters?
who was great. That episode where Jack Harkness came back and where you find out like that she was the Doctor from before, and that's like her past self. Like that's great. But then it's surrounded or like embedded in mediocrity or just nothing. Like
They gave her nothing. Like that run with Jodie Whittaker is just the saddest.
it's such a waste,
awful.
man. And
Well,
she's
it was
such a
written
great
badly.
actor.
They
And
gave her too many companions, so it just got fucking weird. I'm like, what?
which I look, man, but I liked all the companions.
I like
but
the companions. I
That's
would have
too
liked
many.
them spaced out.
Right.
would've
I think
liked
it could have been like, you know, they could get their own episode, which they started to do in the second season, but then
Yeah.
it was too little too late kind of by that point. But like, I loved Graham. I love Yaz is like, I'm glad they kept her. She's fucking great.
Yeah, it just didn't.
They're doing Big Finish. Whitaker and I want to say Yaz are doing or did some Big Finish episodes. You know, the audio
Yeah.
dramas they do.
And I liked the characters. I thought the stories were bad.
Yeah, they were bad or just bleh.
I will give it
just
to you.
lame.
Donna grew on me a lot.
Donna's
time.
great.
Donna broke my heart.
Donna's great,
Yes.
and like of course they bring her back. Like
Yeah.
you bring her back. Like you brought Rose back in the 50th, which by the way is maybe my second favorite Doctor Who episode ever. Is the 50th anniversary special because like he had to nail it.
And when
And
the
he
War
did.
Doctor came in, it's like,
Oh my god! And like
Yeah.
of course it was supposed to be 9. We get that, but like you could do worse than John Hurt.
oh no, that's so much more fun.
And it's like,
Yeah,
and then that sets up the whole secret Doctor thing. You know
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
then
There's
the Night
doctors
of
we
the
don't
Doctor.
fucking know about.
Where we actually got to see 8. That
Yeah,
was
regenerate
so-
into John Hurt. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so great. But
Yeah.
he's so great. And there were rumors that would do stuff with him and they didn't. I'm like, but he's so fucking good. Like he
Yeah.
deserves a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Barrowman can never go back to work with the BBC.
Yeah. Yeah, because he got his Todger out.
Who?
John Barrowman, the guy who played
Oh yeah. Oh
He's
no.
dead.
Wait, but didn't? Oh right. That happened since he filmed his stuff in that
Yeah.
last season.
Yep.
Oh man.
We're gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Jeffrey Tubin got a job again.
Jeffrey Tubin.
He's the guy who went tubing, if you know what I mean. He masturbated on Zoom during like a panel
the CNN
interview
guy?
on CNN. Yeah. Yeah. This was during the lockdown stuff.
Yeah. Apparently what Barrowman did wasn't nearly as bad.
No.
Um.
He just dropped his pants,
Yeah.
basically.
Like it was stupid, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like I'm gonna, masturbate at you. I mean, like
I
if
don't
you-
know. I they're not Disney. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
even Disney like brought James Gunn back.
There is that.
So I don't know. I'd be surprised if for whatever the next anniversary thing is, if he still looks the way he's like, if he's still on the trajectory that he's on, whatever it is, fucking plastic surgery probably, or genetics, whatever. If he still looks
superior genetics.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen stuff of him recently. Like, he's visibly older, but
Yeah.
oh my god,
he looks great. It's like some Paul Rudd shit.
yeah.
I wonder
Good
if
age.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to compare anybody to Paul Rudd, but he does
But
look pretty
Angel's
good.
Well, he is Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Except for that third time. I don't think we
I don't
should
think
talk
that
about
counts. It's not
I don't
canon.
think that counts.
That is not canon.
I think the Thor movie is worse. I think the fourth Thor is worse than the third Ant-Man. Because I think the third Ant-Man had some fun stuff.
I don't think anybody wins in
No.
this comparison.
Like-
I don't.
That Ant-Man was so bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
so
It was-
bad.
It's bad, and it looks like shit. But I
It
like
really
that. I like that Michael Douglas was like, I just like ants.
Yeah, that
He's
was
just a guy in that movie. He's just a guy that liked ants, and like that's fucking great.
He has all the money in the world, but he can't get dentures that don't make him go shush, shush, shush.
It's just man, and so then when he has his cameo in Endgame, like in the past in the 70s, but like it's old Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that it's old because you can
That's
hear
where
it in
I
his
would've been
voice.
Okay with them using AI just to use his younger voice.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
romantic. I
No, Jewel of the Nile. Yeah, a little bit later.
No, it's Jules.
Jules.
Jules of the Sligo Creek.
it just sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Goodness, my
Webcam.
god.
Hey,
Really?
it's me, Sligo Creek Jules, if you know what I mean.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Come on down to Mos Espa. Me and Wado will show you a good time.
Just not Scooty.
Have you met Scooty, Joylene?
Don't.
I gotta go.
She's got to go.
Oh, she's got to go. Okay, that's good. That's good. She's got to scoot on out of here. That's his catchphrase. I got to scoot on out of here.
He's a war criminal, though.
He is a war criminal, and he's friends with war criminals.
He's
and
an adorable war criminal.
he's so adorable.
And?
Well, he's an Italian. I guess I guess he's an immigrant. So even though he hates immigrants, he's an Italian American immigrant from the 30s. But he's also an anthropomorphic scooter. But where was he in the 30s and 40s when he was in Italy? What was he doing? He doesn't like to talk about it. But his friend Ben, or Benny, or Benito, as some know him, they were real tight, and Scooty really thinks he gets a bad rap. But it was Benito Mussolini, so he doesn't get a bad rap. It was Mussolini, so he was bad. That's just my opinion.
Wow, bold man.
I know. You know what? I'm not gonna die on this hill. You know what? Never mind. I take it back.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold. Like Hitler was, was a good guy.
Hey, according to Kanye West, Hitler was like cool. I like him. And when Alex Jones has to be like, well, yeah, I mean, like he probably had some some good ideas that like he implemented, but he wasn't like a good guy. And it's like, nah, man, Hitler was cool. We'll be right back. I'm gonna sell my show to the Onion. And now the Onion owns InfoWars in a stunning turn of events that shows us that
Nothing.
satire doesn't exist anymore. The satire place bought the weird conspiracy place that helped start QAnon.
Isn't he off on something else now?
Yeah, he's on the Daily Wire or some shit like that,
I'm sure. Or they make
or Newsmax or something. Like these fucking they all find somewhere.
Because it's news
I'm
to the
sure-
max.
I'm
To the
sure-
max.
I bet Zaslav's gonna try to buy that shit.
I'm sure it's related, but now I have to pee. So
Okay. I mean, Joylene, we could keep talking, or this could be the end. It's been 2.5 hours. I think we can call it. You've been here the whole time. You've been so very lovely. I wish it was you, but I'll take Chris because he knows you.
I told her how everybody was the vom after she came. Everybody's like, oh. Hi, Chris.
Yeah. There was a secret hope.
No, don't hope.
All right. Well, I think that's a great note to end on. So don't hope, everybody.
Don't hope.
Yeah,
Bye. Don't ever hope.
World.
Yep.
Okay.